Don't go out from you. 하늘이 저기가 back yourself for love.
Music's getting louder. The party is giving you power. And you know I'm looking at you. The DJ's playing the jam. You get down, jumping around. I know you fell in love with the sound.
Alright, it looks like we are good to go. I got all my stuff ready. Everything is nice and prepared. So hello everybody in chat. True King and Neil Cooper. Alright, we'll get started on this pretty shortly. Alright, I'm gonna boot up the game. Unless it's gonna give me problems. Like it did the other 2 days. Nope, looks like it's gonna be working today. It should be showing up on the screen soon. Yeah, that's it. Still not coming up. That is very strange. Normally it just works. It just works. Let's see, maybe let me try this. That is strange, it's just not coming up at all. Let me see. Yes, I still do streaming on Twitch. It's just I found out some extra info the other day about YouTube. So I'm testing something out. That's why I'm streaming on just YouTube today. Come on. Do something. Okay, well, doesn't seem to be listening to me, so I'm guessing I have to go with some drastic measures here. So let's do this. Alright. Let's do that. There we go. Now you guys can see all that. Oh, whoops. I almost forgot. Go back on Discord. Whoops. Completely forgot that I left this on mute. So, sorry about that, everyone. I left this thing muted.
Wonderful.
That's all right. None personal.
All right. Let's see.
When it comes to your streams, you have to do what you gotta do.
Yep. All right. So it is open mic night tonight. So anyone who is in the Discord is welcome to hop on in. So today we are playing Gears 4, Horde, and possibly Versus as well, because they have a special event called Jingle Juvies, and basically you just fight a shitload of Juvies. So it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. So
someone who's never played Gears, what is a Juvie?
it's like a little what's it called? It's like this little like lemur. Like, you know what a lemur is? It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just more ugly looking.
Basically alien lemurs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or like zombies instead of like imps.
Okay, got it. Alien zombie lemurs. I can't even pronounce zombie. Okay, please.
But I hope everyone can see everything correctly on the screen because, you know. Oh, yeah, if there's anything wrong with the audio or the video, you guys let me know. While I'm at it, let me go ahead and hide some of this other stuff because the other stuff that's on my, like the jar and all that stuff, that's all tied to Twitch. And, well, I'm not streaming on Twitch right now, so there's kind of no point to it.
Cards? What are those, like, skill cards?
Yeah. There we go.
Right?
That
Uh-huh.
makes sense.
Yeah. It reminds me of Warframe. Thank God I can't be bothered with the cards on Warframe.
I tried Warframe once on Steam. That was not easy to try on Steam. I better on the PS4 than the Steam.
Honestly, I'm more used to the PC controls than the PS4. With the PS4, I'm kind of there just like running around like, what's this? What does this do? What does that do? What? Basically, PS4
Man, I got an
controls-
Xbox One controller for my PC.
Yeah, I don't have that. So I don't know. I improvise somehow by rigging my PlayStation 3 controllers to work on my PC, and it works for some reason, or for some games anyways. For the rest it doesn't.
Yeah,
It will
the DS3, so it's always been like that. DS4 is supposed to work with a lot more, but you need a PS4 controller.
DS4, my friend?
Yeah.
DS3? D?
Yeah, do you not use that program?
No, I just...
You kind of need it.
I know that program.
You kind of need it to
USB
play
and it works.
PC games with a PS3 controller. Maybe that's why the
Well-
games don't work, because you don't have that program.
is simple.
Well, the thing is that whatever program that installed, it makes most PC games work with the PS3 controller. It's just that some on Steam don't.
Well, what's the program?
I have no clue, and I have not known for the past 3 years that I've had this program. Trust me, like nowadays, I don't know what the hell happened to it. It kind of disappeared into my computer, and now it works for some games. For some it doesn't. I mean, perfectly for emulated games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, BPSXE, like PlayStation 1 emulation, PlayStation 2 emulation, which I have not yet, but supposedly it works. And for like specific Steam games, so like Payday 2, Fallout New Vegas, and yeah, that's about as much as I can remember. But I mean, thing is, I prefer to use the keyboard's controls anyways. I just like kind of take a good hour or two to just fiddle around with them and test how it works, like if it's comfortable for me, just like reaching out with my hands and like kind of moving my individual fingers around so it's not too awkward, you know, for the finger placement and stuff. Because like when it comes to things like crouching, sprinting, moving, I kind of like try to use one hand and like as many fingers as possible in the most comfortable position. So like instead of like having say sprint on left shift, I'm most likely gonna have it at C or something, so that like I can use my thumb or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. Sometimes being
Deja vu.
dexterous-
Oh, actually,
Definitely
the
deja vu.
the screen is kind of fucked up on my stream. I'm go ahead and fix that. You guys can handle wave 1.
To be honest, I only got a Windows 10.
Display capture.
I'm still on Windows 8. I
It's supposed to be a
refuse.
lot better than the other Windows computers.
I think that's debatable on some things, but generally speaking, maybe? I wouldn't know. I kind of vehemently refuse to install Windows 10. 'Cause I don't know. I just didn't.
You
want
don't
to-
have to install it. You can just get
Yeah.
another computer that has a gaming laptop.
True. It's just that when it came to when Windows 10 was released, for some reason Microsoft like instantly signed me up on like, hey, we're gonna install game get Windows 10 on your computer without you knowing and without your permission or word of say of anything. So then after like 2 months, it tries to forcibly install the Windows 10 stuff onto my computer. And given 2 hours of frustration and stuff, I somehow managed to find the patches that put in said things and packages to install and overwrite all the Windows 8 stuff with the Windows 10 stuff, and I managed to basically purge it from my computer. So I saved it, basically saved my computer from conveying Windows. And I'm still kind of sour about Microsoft trying to do that to me. Just why?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Because apparently a lot of computers, if not all Windows 8 computers, got the GWX, which is the Get Windows 10 thing. And it would eventually, by the time of like the release of Windows 10, would like literally restart your computer without your say and try to start on like opening all the installation packages and like convert your PC into Windows 10 format, and I'm just there just like no packages on these things. But apparently the way you did that was just as easy.
Well,
when
see.
you I don't know.
See, this is different. What they just hand you a free Windows 10 installing thing.
It was
They did
free.
it for me. I tried it. Well, they just handed me as an installing for free, and I thought about it. I tried it out for a little bit, and I said, "Nah, this wouldn't work out." So I did the old-fashioned, like, click it back to Windows 7, bada bing boom.
Oh, hey there, Matthew
Here it
Carley.
is. I'm back to Windows 7.
The thing is, when it came to me trying to put it back into Windows, well, how did I put it? Is that I tried to like cancel this automatic ordering they did for me for Get Windows 10 because I didn't even know I even signed up for it until it started like saying to me like, hey, in the next day or two, we're gonna install this and you can't do anything about it. I'm like, what? So apparently you would have to go to the Get GWX program and have to like fiddle around to find this cancellation thing. They try to hide it as best as possible so that if you are really not that tech smart like me, because I'm stupid about tech, really, you would probably spend hours of frustration trying to find it, or just give up and just let Windows 10 take over your computer without your say at all. But you'd find it, but it was really obscure, and then you'd have to press this button which was like cancel the order, and it'd supposedly get rid of GWX for you automatically. But the thing for me is that this button would not work. It would just freeze the program, and I'd have to restart the program over, and have to do the same cycle of frustration over again to find it, do it, and then again freeze again. So given that couple of days, the package tries to start converting my PC to Windows 10. I went to my control panel and I checked through like system updates, right? And apparently all these packages for the GWX program were sent in two halves, in two separate patches over the course of 3 months or something like that. So you just found these two packages and you deleted them and then hid them and then made sure in the next patches that would come out in the future, these would not be automatically installed as well. So doing that, it just basically got rid of it and I saved it from getting Windows 10. I mean, I'd probably be more willing in installing Windows 10 on my PC, converting it fully, but when it comes to something being forced onto me just like that, out of random, without my saying it, regardless if it's free or not, I mean, free, yeah, that looks interesting, that looks nice, that might be convincing, but I just, there was no input from me, and there was just out of the blue, just a smack in the face, just like, oh hey, this installed while you were not looking or paying attention for the past 2 months. Yeah, we're gonna force your computer to be this now, and you can't do anything about it. Unless your pet's not. So, fuck it. No Windows 10 for me, ever.
Oh, hey there, hey there, Dono. Nice to see you back on the stream. Dono, it is open mic night if you want to hop on the voice chat. The codec voice chat, to be precise.
Speaking of which, pal, I wouldn't call you stupid, you know.
Well, I'm just using that as an exaggeration. I mean,
It's technically tech illiterate. Tech illiterate is the more accurate term. Because I'm kind of tech illiterate in a few places, but I do know most things.
The thing is, with my career choices, what I want to be in the future, which is like penetrations tester for security systems.
Penetrations tester, whoa there.
Yes. Windows aside, it's basically like.
So
you know,
you use it as you use it more like a metaphor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but when it comes to what my career choices will be in the future, which is like the actual penetrations testing of like security in IT department, of course, I'm gonna need to be way more tech savvy than I am right now. If anything, I don't even know like what specific things are in a computer apart from a motherboard, a CPU, a RAM, and
So basically, you want to be a tech savvy.
yeah, I want to be tech savvy. The thing is, like, having the time to do that outside of college. College tries to keep me on my toes.
I think I get the gist of it. Don't worry, I think I get the gist of it. I think I understand where you're coming from.
So, how was your?
Trust me, my choice wasn't. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna ask how was your guys' Christmas or whatever you guys celebrated, if you celebrated.
Oh, wait, how was Christmas? If we're talking Christmas, I had a good Christmas. Got a new headset stuff.
Same here.
And a, whatchamacallit, what are the, wait, what is this person? Got it right here. Just gotta reach it. I got a collection of 3 different cocktails in bulbul-shaped bottles. So I've got cranberry, cosmopolitan, lime margarita, and a mango daiquiri. And the volume of alcohol is 5%.
Dang.
Okay, so I'm a little baffled. I thought, oh wait, so this game can be played on
That's
both
nuts.
Xbox and PC. On PC, you can obviously use like the text. You can like type in the game, right? And it, it shows you what you're saying. So I'm the only one in this session that has a PC. Yet, Good Morning Tech. He's the one who's playing as Jingles the Deer. He's able to actually respond. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you guys didn't have that option. The fuck's going on?
Aren't there some variants of Xbox controllers that have a built-in keyboard on them? Maybe that's how. Because I know my stepdad, well, despite it being like outdated with an Xbox 360 controller, it's like his Xbox 360 controller has a built-in keyboard.
Yeah.
So he can like.
Oh, he says chat pad.
Just like,
Chat pad.
Yeah, maybe he has.
There is a possibility on that.
Also, Gingy, Psycho confirmed. I know it's so bad. I know it's so bad.
Good point. Well, I got
Oh, okay, so
Wolfenstein
there we
and
go. That
Colossus,
answers
but
it.
every time I try to play the game,
He has that extension, so it's an extended keyboard that you put on the thing. Because I've seen it before in the 360s and whatnot. I didn't know you could just use that to type in the chat there. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I thought it was a built-in pad. Maybe it is.
Well, I thought it was just an option that you can actually find yourself, but people just never do because they're lazy.
I don't know. I mean, if you wanted to make yourself as comfortable and as lazy as possible, you'd probably put the effort.
Well, because
into
most of the
that.
time in some games you have to go to a separate screen, which that makes you that makes you stop, so that makes you vulnerable.
Well, like,
all this other stuff.
yeah.
Where for me, I just hit T, type, and then I'm good. That's it.
Yeah, true. When it comes to me though, in games that require
especially use
key,
a mic.
hitting T is a very common occurrence for me, and it throws me off so bad in really bad situations, like a level 50 infested run. Shit. Especially when it's survival, because then I'm just fucked royally. I hate ancient healers.
Well, if it was me, I'd rather use a mic. I'm more safer on a mic. I'm just saying, if it was me, I could use a mic because it's a lot safer than typing. No offense.
No, you're right.
Oh,
It's just most of the time people don't even talk, which is very strange.
Yeah.
I mean, those who have quick hands that can type faster without getting killed really has a good standards in my book.
Yeah, it's not very easy, but still though, it's like what's weird is that okay, the Xbox comes with it comes with a mic and shit, and same with the PS4. Yet every time I play on those consoles and I talk, nobody talks ever. And you can also just use your whatchamacallit.
That's
You can also just use the phone headsets to talk. Yet nobody talks. Nobody. It's strange because like I remember back in the PS3, Xbox 360 days, the only time you'll ever find people talking a lot is on Xbox, because on PS3 they never gave you anything. Like, they didn't give you a headset. Nothing.
Trust me, you would not want to play PS3 with mics anyway. Most
I know they
people
kind of
with
suck,
mics
but with Xbox,
are-
they all came like every Xbox came with its own mic. That way, that's why you would see people talk more often there.
Yeah, true. Well, the only reason I can probably use
yeah.
mic for
I could have to agree with that sometimes.
the only reason now I have a
Sorry,
now that
sorry, I
have
didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, sorry, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just can't think of what to say, and then I start cutting people out, cutting myself up somehow. But what I was gonna say is that since PS3 hasn't got the best ideas on getting, oh, let's give mics to people. You kind of have to go around your way to buy your own stuff. So, as one Christmas present, I got these what are they called? Turtle Beaches.
Well, if you kind of look at the PS3, it did. I mean, they spent a lot of money creating it, and obviously, PS3 had a lot of issues, especially with pricing. So I can understand why they skimped out on a lot of the extra goodies that Xbox would give you.
Do you remember the good old yellow light of death?
I've heard about it. I've never experienced it, but I have heard about it.
Yeah, luckily for me, or was it, well, actually it was my real dad, who I seldom talk about for reasons beyond his knowledge. He had a first generation PlayStation 3, so that was like the really small, space, and the really big fat ones. even the ones that just have that.
Dono said that his Xbox didn't come with a mic. Really, I could have sworn the first gens even came with a mic. It was shit. It was very shitty, but it came with a mic.
I wouldn't know really. I mean, I never had.
Oh fuck! I didn't even see this fucking guy. Oh, and he killed me.
You know, that's what I still like how, well, even if I haven't played Gears that much, I do really enjoy how they design the grenades in the games. You know.
Yeah, the
just
grenades
all
are pretty interesting looking.
Kind of.
I mean, I've seen the Gears of War.
It's literally just a ball in the chain.
I've seen the Gears.
It's a ball in the cup.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the Gears of War games, but the thing is, I don't have an Xbox to join Gears of War games or the PC version.
Oh damn. Same here, kind of. I mean, I own the Xbox 360, but that's about it.
But I do own a PS3, and I did add Game Pro on my PS3. I also added him on Discord.
Wait.
I honestly, my whatchamacallit, all that shit for the all my invites or my friends list, it's like full of many friend requests. So I just don't even I don't really respond to them because it's just too much. It really is.
I can imagine.
My bad.
No, it's fine. It's just you gotta understand, like, you know, there's a reason why I don't really, unless I know or I want specifically someone as my friend, I'll put them as my friend. But other than that, it's like most of the time it's just a bunch of people who just know my gamer tag from online or from my videos, and that's it. And what makes things worse is that whenever I do a play with subs, whenever I do play with subs, it makes it worse because it's easier to have them as my friends because it makes me setting up a party a lot easier and simple. And because my friends list is full of people I never talk to, that's an issue.
The only reason I asked you is because, well, you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid games, and so am I. I just figured we have something in common as brothers.
Yeah, no, I could get that. It's just
spiritually, not
right.
Not that way. You know, just spiritually.
Right. Like I said, I can understand all of that. It's just the issue is that, like, if I never really, because this is how it's gonna play out most of the time with others, is that I never interact with them. I never really talk to. Oh wow, all this shit disappeared. Really? Wow, that's some bullshit.
Not gonna lie, but that sounds like Kai.
Sounds like Kai. Like, I could add everyone I want, right? But if I never talk to them, play with them, nothing, well then what are they there for? You know? And it's like that even with people that I legitimately added in playing games with for a long time. I'm like, I don't play games with this person anymore. And all they're doing is just cluttering up my friends list.
That's fair.
And like I said, because of what I do, especially with playing with subs, like I need to have a larger friends list of people who want to play during those times. And it's, especially on PS3, God, is it fucking terrible. It's like I need a lot of space, I need a lot of room, but there's so many people I do not even talk to anymore that are just on my friends list, and I'm pretty sure you might even have that too. There's a lot of people on your friends list that you never play with anymore or you never talk to anymore, and you ask yourself, why are they still here?
Well,
just to suffer.
To be honest, some of the people moved up to PS4.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to find any people around.
Yeah, and like I said, there's many different reasons, but all I know is that at the end of the day, you never play with them anymore, and you never talk to them anymore. Yet you've been friends with they've been on your friends list for like 5+ months, and it's been like that, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons
I guess you make a valid point there, my brother.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I keep a specific friends list, mainly involving people from Kai's place.
Right.
Yeah. Because I kind of...
Now, the good thing about Discord is that you could still have me there, like, as friends and whatnot. We could all still talk and whatever. There's no limit. Like you don't have a limit to like what you can have as friends or whatever.
Yeah, and
Well,
it's more
Well, that's
chatting.
that's why I added you on Discord for the second reason.
Yeah, yeah,
Plus, Discord is designed for chatting, for gamers chatting together.
yeah.
More so than like.
Now, of course,
Chess.
if I am doing stuff like this,
Exactly.
like for example, Good Morning Tech, I didn't have him as a friend until today.
Who's Good Morning Tech again?
Morning Tech, the
No,
guy, Good Morning
That
Tech,
makes a
the guy
difference.
who always says good morning every day.
Oh yeah, no, I'm having like memory issues. I had like a really weird day today. I woke up at like 2 p.m. I hoovered the house, then I passed
Wait,
out.
did you say
and all of a
hoovered?
sudden-
Hoovered?
Hoovered, vacuumed, whatever you say. Whatever you say. I'm
That's how you
English,
guys
I'm-
call vacuuming?
Deja
Hoovering?
vu.
That's weird,
Well, I don't know
hoovering.
what- listen, to be honest, I don't know what the British say in terms of hoovering or vacuuming.
Well, no, I just never heard of vacuuming being called hoovering. That's so weird.
I
Hoovering.
don't know.
Are you trying to say hovering or just hoovering?
Hoovering.
Just hoover, okay.
The vacuum cleaner design is Hoover. Right?
Yeah. Now that sounds like that sounds like a
I
new
just had more of a
service,
deja
Hoover.
vu moment.
We're gonna use that. We're gonna make our own Uber service called Hoover, but it's for vacuuming.
To be honest, I don't even say Hoover or vacuuming. Most of the time, I say odkurzacz
Okay,
because Polish. Yeah.
right.
Wait a minute. Are you German, dude?
I just said Polish.
He's Polish.
I love it. I always say
You almost sound like you're.
To be
You
honest, I
sound
have,
German. No offense.
He doesn't sound German.
That's-
I've talked to Germans before. He does not sound German.
yeah, I have people tell me I sound less British, less Scottish, and more South African for some reason.
Hmm. That's a very interesting
People start thinking
observation.
I'm Zef.
Oh, okay, that makes
Well, no,
sense.
it's because sometimes I try to imitate Scottish people, and then one of my friends just like dies laughing, and she's there telling me, "You sound so on point, like a South African." I'm dying. We're just there in media class, and you just have 4 people fucking staring at me like, "Guys, you've known me for 4 years now. I'm not African. I'm European."
Oh wow, that was BS.
But yet they still think you are.
Well, I don't know about that. People are gullible sometimes. They start thinking it's like, "You sound South African? You must be South African." I'm like, "I'm Polish, though. I've already told you this 3 fucking times, bruh." My
I don't
generation.
blame you. Blame you, to be honest.
But yeah, I mean, I've only lived in Poland for like 5 years of my entire life, so if I don't even sound anywhere close to Polish, it's pretty much for a reason. Also, did you know a Polish accent is one of the most, if not the most difficult accents to recreate? Pretty fucking impossible, even for me. I don't even know what it is. Just can't distinguish it, just can't explain it. It's so weird. It's like, it definitely doesn't sound like Russian, it definitely doesn't sound like Ukrainian, it definitely doesn't sound like Czech, it definitely doesn't sound like German. And it definitely doesn't sound Scandinavian, because they're like right above us, because of the sea. The Baltic.
But don't it sound similar?
And then when people even look at me, they don't even think I look like a Polish person. They're just like, "Wait, oh, I know, you're Venezuela, Argentina." I'm like, "What the fuck?" That's nowhere fucking near. It's like, I mean,
that's not right. If they say you sound like that, then you try to
I
tell
don't-
them, no.
I don't get life anymore. I sound South African. I look South American. to the point that I'm at Polish border controls with my passport, and they're looking up and down at me with wide eyes like 6 times over before deciding, are you sure you're Polish? They're just like, yes, I'm from Poznan, you dick. And then they're like, yeah, okay, go. Because for some reason you swear at border control, they'll let you through.
I feel sorry for you, buddy. I really do.
I just go off in some swearing tangent like do cholery, ja jestem polski do kurwy nędzny. Ja brzmię jak Polak, tak? And then it's just like, oh yeah, go. It's just fucking wonderful. And it's also a similar issue.
I wonder.
It's a similar issue when I went
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
internationally to the UAE, which is a United Arab Emirates. Short form of it. But I went there, and then
I think it's familiar.
yeah. Normally, when basically how I've been told about it and how I've experienced it myself, because my IT teacher also goes there occasionally for holiday, and this is one of the things. If you're a white person in UAE, you're kind of treated like royalty. Like they want you to be there because they know you're a good tourist, and you're gonna bring them a lot of money in some way or form, shape or form. Because most people go there for, you know, what was it again? The jewelry, because there's no tax on jewelry over there.
Wait, where?
Jewelry. The UAE.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, because they have a big jewelry market for some reason, and
There's no tax there, that's why.
exactly. It's
Dang.
just yeah. You go there. There's no tax on anything, not even water, I think.
Then how do they stay afloat?
There's tax.
Where do they get the money from for the government or whatever?
Double pay.
Well, if I remember correctly, it's because of oil.
Oh. They have so much money.
And then,
Wow, yeah.
yeah, but because eventually that oil's gonna run out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
See what it looks like now, this beautiful, like, Arabian metropolis, yeah? That's also really multicultural because of all the tourists coming in and people live there, and helping boost this economy. The sheer amount of cash they make from, like, all this trading and stuff, like, in these, like, jewelry markets and other stuff they have.
Right.
And all these planes and people and tourists coming in for tourism. And all these hotels they have, it makes like so much money. They don't really need to worry about like taxing too many things, if anything.
For now.
For the time.
Yeah.
For the time being. For now, yeah. Because currently they're spending a lot of money. That there's construction plans going off constantly. There's always something new being made. And I guess because of this, if you're like a white person and you're going there, there's kind of a bias towards you, like
A
you're
negative
there
or a
and
positive one?
really, like a crazy positive, like kind of thing.
I can agree with some positives on that, but I mean that's not a bad thing.
It isn't a bad thing per se, but if you think about it, it's a bit crazy. I mean, I'm not sure why, but I mean, my IT teacher who's Bangladeshi, like, explained it to me a couple of weeks back, but I can't remember the full details, but he said, generally speaking, they treat people, like, white people like royalty there, but they also, like, it kind of seems to be in the case is that if you're either, like, just the white person in general, or like, you know, or are native to the country, you know, or other Arabian countries, you're more or less treated like, I don't know, top caste there. Like, it doesn't matter like your social status or how rich you are there even. It's that, like, you know, because you look white enough, they like you instantly. Kind of. as long as you're not a douchebag and like be a dick around them and disobey some laws that force you to be banned from going to the country. Those still happen for some.
Jesus
Anyway,
Christ.
But
Oh,
relating
reminds me
to
of
this,
Canada.
but relating to this story, my IT teacher did tell me that he's seen and heard from some people who are locals there, but they're out from other countries, so like other Asian countries, like not China and Japan and stuff, because those are pretty pop, like they still treat those people fairly nicely, but more of the other like less known kind of poor, like less economic. Okay, fuck yeah, I can't say less economically developed because I've too many tongue twisters. I'm just gonna say poorer countries so it's easier. I'm sorry. But basically, if you're from a poorer Asian, yeah, if you're because how my IT teacher said, and he's Bangladeshi, yeah, he said those people from poorer Asian countries, they treat like kind of not so nicely. Like he talked to some people who are construction workers there, and during the evenings where there's kind of an influx of tourists wandering around to see what it looks like at night, all the Burj Khalifa stuff, and maybe try out some shisha, God forbid. Don't go for the strawberry flavor. It tastes bad. You don't taste it. I tried it myself. It's bad. Anyways, going about that, they said these workers, they apparently during the night have to drive out into a nearby desert because they apparently, like a lot of the local people there don't want them to be out and about during the evenings when there's more tourists about because they think it like makes it look bad or something like that. Some dumb thing like that, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so they apparently have to like sleep literally in fucking like caravans in the desert. Just dumb.
Yeesh.
Yeah. So if you're not,
I hate to be these kind of people to sleep in
yeah.
a caravan.
yeah, exactly. So according to my IT teacher, if you're not,
It's no different than what was it called? Where was that one? Okay, where was the last Olympics held? Was it Brazil? I think it was Brazil. No.
yeah, I think Brazil.
I
Was it the World Cup? I don't know.
no, I'm talking about the Olympics. Was it the Brazil? It's one of those countries. Anyways, what they did was that okay, so most of the country is like poor, and the road, the highway leading towards where like the Olympics were, you have to cross by, or you have to actually look at all of the
Rio.
huh? Yeah, there you go, Rio. Yep. Yeah. So.
In Brazil. Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, the path over there, you have to like cross this highway that overlooks this entire poor city. And what they did was that they just blocked, they just put a wall there. That way no one ever sees it. And they just put like pretty pictures and shit on there. Even though
So
they're doing really corrupt shit and taking people's homes.
So they basically covered up an entire.
Okay, now
favela.
that is dumb.
They practically covered up an entire, like, they covered up all the poverty and made it look like their entire country is wealthy and prosperous when it's not. When that's only like a small percentage of it.
Well, apparently they did get a sweet economic boost during the Olympics and during
That's
the
that's the
World
thing
Cup,
though, is that
right?
well, that's the thing though, is that it's all about showing off your country and all that stuff. Because obviously, if people see that, oh, like all your people are like most of your people are starving or and losing their homes, no one's gonna want to fucking support you or want to come visit you, you know.
Yeah,
So they
obviously,
hide
but-
that.
Yeah, but when it comes to things like Olympics or the World Cup or whatever you call it, there's a huge percentage of people that will go there regardless because hey, it's the World Cup, it's the Olympics, I have to fucking.
No, but it doesn't make them look good. That's the thing. That's the entire point. It doesn't make them look good
Yeah,
at
that's the
all.
point. They have to make it look pretty in at least one area. But the thing is that it just provides a short-term
I
economic
guess
boost.
that's true.
And after this economic boost, it goes down. Like, the two stadiums they built for the World Cup in Brazil? One's left entirely abandoned. Apparently, I remember reading some reports on it or some videos on it like years back for geography class, and the second stadium apparently was gigantic fucking one because they stripped all the other stadium stuff from it. Yeah, so that happened. Also, take what I say with a grain of salt if there's anyone else listening. I mean, it's been a couple of years and I don't do geography classes anymore. And I know I said geography classes, but half of my geography lessons were literally not about, like, how big is the country, what are these sort of things and plants and shit per se. It was even about, like, social, economic, and environmental hoo-has about regenerations of certain parts of a city. By that I mean like refurbishments and shit, or expanding the area. So yeah.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah. How I remember this shit since like 2 years is beyond me, but I wish I would be able to have better short-term memories so I could remember shit from my bio exams. God help me.
Hey, it comes to being what you can be, my friend. That's what it's all about.
True. Anywho, so
Shoot,
this is a
my memories ain't no good. I can remember things from 20 years ago, and then I could still do my things like that.
Thing is, I kind of remember things from like way back when compared to like more recent stuff. I don't know why exactly, but like some of the stuff I do in a single day I tend to forget, but it's kind of more of the mundane stuff. Like, I can't even remember if I had a coffee or not, but that's normal. But it's in some cases,
Speaking of which,
I like
go ahead, man. I'll let you finish because I was about to ask Game Pro. I didn't know that Psycho was his favorite anime character.
What's the question per se? Or was it just a statement? Because it sounded like a statement more than a question.
No. No, it was a question. I didn't know Psycho from the High School of Dead was your favorite character. It was more like a more like a question if I put it in question.
Okay. Well, yes. Yes, you're correct. Oh, fuck.
I used to really like her because she was attractive, and I did see an episode where she went crazy with that samurai sword.
Yeah.
I like.
How old is that show, by the way? I just remember watching it back in high school, and that was like a long time ago.
Let me check.
I mean, it's over. Like the entire thing is fucking done. The guy who made it died, so you know, it's done.
Well, the writer for it, the author, who's also the brother of the illustrator, yeah, he died from a heart problem. But if I remember correctly, the original run started on September 2006. So yeah, it had a good run for about 13 take away 6. 7 years. Yeah, 7 years.
Ah, you
7 years.
Yeah.
Really? It's been 7 years. Wow.
Yeah. 7 years. So yeah, it ended actually, didn't it?
Yeah, it ended.
Did it just kind of?
No, it's over.
Oh.
Well, not really. No, it didn't end. It just canceled.
You mean it's on permanent hiatus, basically?
No, it's canceled. I don't know why people say permanent hiatus. I'm like, because like the purpose of a hiatus, right, is that it's a temporary. But if you say permanent hiatus, it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. Then just say it's canceled. If it's permanently,
It's kind of
It's
I've kind of seen it used for like weird like things, situations in.
well, here's the thing. Okay, imagine you got banned from a server, right? But instead of being told you got banned, you got permanently suspended. That makes no sense. Like, are you trying to sugarcoat it? Like, it doesn't. Like, it doesn't help.
No, I think it's just a way to make it sound fancy as fuck.
Well, it sounds stupid as fuck.
Yeah, true. But each to their
I
own,
have
guess.
to agree
If
with
you
that.
say
That
it,
is
but-
stupid as
I mean,
hell.
I'm just used to saying
Like, it literally makes no sense.
It does.
It's like saying, "Oh yeah, your husband died, but we're gonna say he permanently went into a coma." Like, like what?
Well, when it comes to a permanent coma, you might as well be dead. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I only say it out of a bad habit that I developed from hearing other people say it. So if I say it by accident, it is legit by accident, and I actually mean it's either cancelled or it's done.
Right? No, that's why I just say cancel. I'm like, don't put it. Don't say hiatus. You're like, there's literally no
Yeah.
reason to say it. Like, a hiatus is a hiatus. A permanent hiatus is called a cancellation.
I try to. It's just a bad habit. I can't.
Oh no, it's not you though. There's a lot of people who use that term. And I'm like, it makes no fucking sense. There is no reason for it at all.
True.
It's like, why are you trying to make it sugarcoat it? Try to sugarcoat saying it's canceled. There's no point.
I guess the only context it would make sense in if there's like an author that's like, oh, I really want to continue this manga series, but I can't fucking be asked.
That makes sense, but I've never seen that happen before. Like, I could understand if it was like on permanent hiatus until further notice. But then again, it's like that just means just say a hiatus until further notice. You know? It's still, I don't know. I hate the wording people
They
choose.
might have to make a season, make another season of it.
Yeah, they can make another season because I mean, there's stuff they can use for another season.
Yeah.
Also, if you think about it in a
That'd be like deja vu all over again.
Yeah, also if you think about it in a different way, since the author and the illustrator for High School of the Dead were brothers, if you think about it, I don't know how to say his name, I'm just gonna say the illustrator, or what's his pen name? Inazuma? I don't know. Anyways, basically the illustrator of High School of the Dead technically in a way could continue the manga, but it would be a bit strange and sad. Because,
Well, it's kind of like Dragon Ball Z. The Japanese voice actor who did Bulma died, and they still continue with the Dragon Ball Z series still.
Well, that's not gonna. That character, I mean, yeah, the character's important, but like, it's not like they can't find a replacement, you know?
apparently, supposedly, that if the only way they would drop the anime is if the voice actor for Goku died.
Yeah, it's gonna take something more significant on that level for it to end the series, not fucking Bulma dying.
Apparently, she's had that role for about 40, 50-ish years. Yeah, 40-ish years, let's say that, because I don't know if 50 is a bit stretch, but definitely 40. But yeah, she's had that role for, I guess,
the guy, the English actor who played Frieza had to get a double transplant of lungs, I think.
A double lung transplant? I mean, did he only get one lung the first time around?
From the YouTuber named Vegeta.
I guess yeah, apparently double, well, I don't know.
I think that's what I heard.
Well, I know some people get like, just a single kidney transplant, so I don't see how you can't get a double or single.
I'm just surprised he was able to get two, with the waiting list. That is.
Yeah. Yeah, those.
Like one is already hard enough, but two.
They had to raise money for it, fundraiser and stuff.
To be honest, in the future, if I actually die anytime soon, I'm probably gonna give my organs away for people who need it. I just want to be that kind of guy. Because I mean, I'm not that much of a religious person as I used to be. Well, I never really was to begin with, but still, kind of people drill it into your head when you're a kid, anyways. But I mean, there's no point either burning my whole entire body for no reason and then just where you're gonna put the ashes as a trinket on the fucking bookshelf. Nah, that's not me.
I'm very skeptical over donating. I mean, I know it's for a good purpose. It's just the issue is that because you're now labeled as a donor, there's going to be certain situations where they could have saved you, but chose to just kill you off because to preserve your organs. And I've seen stories about that, where there were many situations where you could technically be saved, but they didn't because there was so little time for them to act that they need, because your organs can only be preserved for so long after death, under the right conditions. So if they don't do it, if they don't act on it, they end up losing everything if they don't like do anything. And sometimes those choices fall upon, well, let's just the guy just needs to die then.
Fair enough. Well, there was two choices. There is a different method.
I can agree with that.
Well, there is a different form of burial which I'm also interested in.
Cremation?
No, I just said I don't like the idea of cremation. I mean instead being like there's another burial method where you basically become soil for a tree, and your grave is a tree will grow. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard about that. They end up just freezing you, and then they
grind you up
into soil.
Turned you into gibs.
I become immortalized as a tree. I become the earth. For someone who shouldn't really be caring about
I heard
death
about that on Facebook once.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting concept, and I probably would like to be buried.
Some people say it don't exist.
Okay. I don't know. We'll see in the future, I guess.
Who knows? I just plan to outlive anyone. That's just it. I don't care if I live or die. That's my thing.
That's a lot of people nowadays, I'd say. I mean, in this point, it's just you do what you do to live your life, and you better enjoy it. Then again, what can I say?
I know,
live my
but
life
that's
as well.
just me being me. I did know this Easter egg from the Gears of War games, but I don't know which game was it when you shoot the pictures and you have to fight this Grim Reaper.
I don't recall any Easter egg like that. Oh wait, no, I remember. I think it was Judgment.
Well, it was in the game.
Yeah, it was Judgment.
Which one's Judgment?
The one that no one wants to talk about.
Yeah, that game was crazy.
It's the Devil May Cry 2 of Gears of War.
I mean, I don't think, if I recall, I don't think Devil May Cry 2 was that bad.
No, Devil May Cry 2 is a complete... It's so different. Like, literally, this is what the Devil May Cry 2 is. Basically, take everything that you know and love about the series and just cut it out. That's what Devil May Cry 2 is. It doesn't feel like Devil May Cry anymore.
Well, Devil May Cry 2 is a pretty old-ass game.
It is, but it's just, if you look at all the other Devil May Crys, they all have consistency, where this one just lacked everything that made Devil May Cry.
Well, is it because it's like darker and edgier, or...?
No, it just doesn't have many things that the other ones do for some reason.
Well, I guess they kind of screwed up with that, and then eventually they had to. At least what you can say is that they learned from Devil May Cry 2.
Yeah, because in 3 they brought it all back and people loved it. Not a shitty game. It's just it doesn't feel like its predecessors.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you meant it as it was a bad game, but I mean, I was like, is it really a bad game?
Well, I mean, I don't think Judgment is a bad game. It's just there's a lot of things in it that don't make it Gears of War. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that I understand. Yeah, that's fair.
You know what's even more crazy?
But do I have to like
Fighting a
agree-
golden giant chicken.
Oh my goodness, crazy. Though I have to say, I do like the design for Dante and Devil May Cry 2.
That was in the Gears of War game. I remember that one, cause I know I saw it on YouTube. It was a true Easter egg, and I was like, "Who in the right mind who created this game put a golden chicken in this game?"
It's always been like that.
You know, I really enjoy finding Easter
I bet
eggs
the
in
next
games.
thing, they'll put a Borderlands character in there.
Probably the Psycho, yeah. Or a group of Psychos.
Wait, that'd be obvious.
Well, it'd be obvious, but it'd be
Okay,
funny.
that'd be a funny one. That'd be a funny one.
Yeah, I find Borderlands pretty fun. Though I do admit I kind of enjoyed the first one more because it's. I mean, I do enjoy 2, and it's really funky and funny, but I kind of like. I like the more mellow, kind of moody feeling of the first one because the first one it had way less comedic moments. It still had its own comedic moments, but they were a bit more subtle, you know. Borderlands 2 is kind of crazy in some senses. I mean, you have a 13-year-old demolitions expert who cycles between a sing-songy voice sounding like someone, I don't know, some rapper dude. I don't know. Let's just call it that.
Like Harley Quinn.
I don't know. She sounds really fucking weird, but she's cool. Bombs. Yeah. Anyways.
Wait a minute, you're thinking of Tiny Tina.
Yeah, Tina. That one. She's funny as fuck.
I remember her.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she was in Borderlands 2.
Yeah, plus I mean I did enjoy really Borderlands 1 a lot because of how like mellow and chill and subtle it felt, even when you were finding people. Though the design for the weapons I did not enjoy.
I enjoyed all 3.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. A lot of people I've heard that enjoyed Borderlands 2 didn't really enjoy the pre-sequel for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what the story is
I don't-
behind all that.
Oh, it's supposedly the Borderlands, the pre-sequel is literally a prequel to Borderlands 2. It explains how
Yeah.
the whole entire...
No, I know that. I just don't understand. I just don't know the story behind like why people don't like it. That's what I meant.
It well, I don't know if I should spoil it or not because I only know the bits, but like... I don't know, for some, what ticks people off is that... it kind
You
of-
know what? Sona, if you want to spoil it, go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, it's not that much because I mean I don't remember all the reasons that why people didn't like the game because there's various different reasons and there's like that. Like I didn't get the game.
Well,
myself. I just,
how about I put the short in layman terms?
go ahead.
Basically, in the first game, you're supposed to find a vault. According to what they said in Legends, the vault was supposed to contain fortune, wealth, ladies, and a bunch of alien technology. In the second one, you were supposed to defeat this guy named Handsome Jack. And he's trying to find the other vault. According to the next map in the end of the game. In the third one, same thing.
You find the vault. Yeah, just kind of redundant. At this point. I mean, you know, originally I really was thinking that, like, I was really kind of built to think that actually the entire second Borderlands game would not even be about a vault, but it would be about, like, you know, actually having warfare and shit. amongst bandits and really over the top people, but no, they kind of like.
Oh, what the fuck?
Last quarter-ish of the game or last third of the game to cram in by like kind of making it canon that there's another vault at the very end.
Oh my god, that is bullshit. How did my dog tag get up there?
I have no clue, my good friend.
Well, I'm
I have
fucked
no
because now they can't revive me. Jesus Christ.
Yikes.
R.I.P. Rest in pepperonis. Never forget spaghetti.
Yes, True King, you can go to the Discord chat. If you're not in the Discord already, you'll find my invite link in any of my videos. I think there should be one here in the stream if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, just go to any of my videos and you'll find it.
Which is in the description down below.
Yeah. That is so crazy. I've seen that happen before, but I didn't think it happens on this map. That's so dumb.
It's a glitch, right?
Yeah, because there's no way you can get up there.
It's one of those.
Well, a
glitches
lot
that-
of people try to do glitches on Overwatch.
You can't jump in this game.
Oh god.
A lot of people try that once. I guess
I-
you're the lucky
I-
one.
I always feel somewhat melancholy hearing about Overwatch and over and over again.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't think it's a bad game per se, but it's just that I've had friends that when it first came out, literally for like half a year, every single day, only thing they talk about was Overwatch, and it was actually making me go batshit insane. Like it to the point that literally after half a year, like literally, some people I knew who are also in the same like group chats I was in, and even in real life, were just like, can we stop fucking talking about Overwatch now? This is getting annoying. Like, the game's not that relevant.
Well, I don't mean to talk about that, but I was just saying that that was the only glitch I found out from the YouTube.
Yeah, fair enough.
Give me 1 sec. Good morning, talk. I gotta get some packs with all these coins.
I'm gonna go.
The
to
reason I just
countries.
talk about glitches and the reason I talk about glitches and stuff, I just thought he should know because since he
Yes.
found a glitch in war games,
Shit always happens in my stream.
Yeah, man,
Everything
your
always
streams are,
happens.
Like cursed or something. I don't know if your streams are cursed or they just bless with tomfoolery and fucking mischief.
It's a little bit of both.
Little bit of both. Spreads the culture around. Anywho, I'm gonna get a coffee. Be right
hey,
back.
at least some people can find good glitches for fun,
I know.
not for stupidity.
My god. I hate that they put fucking weapon skins in the Horde booster packs. It pisses me off when I see, oh, I got a legendary item and it's a skin. Like, no. Like, I need fucking better cards to get better shit. I don't want these skins.
Hey, at least it's not a fucking lottery for skins. Ah!
It's
Okay,
no, it
I'm getting
is.
coffee.
You know,
Oh,
people,
well,
you
shit.
know what weapon would be better for the Gears of War game?
Except the thing that really makes Gears of War a little bit more better with the loot boxes is that earning enough coins to get the loot boxes is really easy, and they're not that expensive. They don't nickel and dime you the whole time.
You know which weapon would be more better?
Wait, what?
Well, I know which one would be better for the Gears of War loot box.
What?
You know General Ram.
Yeah. You can get
He
him.
had that weapon that shoots like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be good for the loot box. That thing's like a minigun for Pete's sake.
It is. If he, in the first game, it's literally the Troika. It's the mounted machine gun. So yeah.
But the thing is, it's like a minigun. I mean, it does shoot like a minigun, but it shoots like a Dang, what's
Okay,
the word
there
I'm
we
looking
go.
for? Can't think of it.
Oh, who's this? Is this True King?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
I now get to talk to you in actual voice. Thanks for having me in here, though.
no problem there, True King. Well,
Hello, True King.
Hello, Jackie. Is it?
Yeah, that's me.
fuck. I don't know if this guy's gonna do sentries. I don't know what I should do. Ah, fuck it, I'll keep all this shit. So me and Good Morning Tech are gonna do this one more time, but on Insane. See if we can do that.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah. Most people
Even
dip.
with a good team, that's really hard.
I know.
Yeah, wish me luck, partner. Like I said, that's even worse than zombie mode in Call of Duty games.
Not to throw shade at COD games, but I mean, they're not really that good to start with. But people like them and you'll keep buying them, so they got a good company going with it.
I just compared them because, you know, if you compare Gears of War games with the insanity difficulty and the zombie games with that difficulty, you'd be having yourself a batshit crazy night.
But yet people would still sit down to try to sit there and prove themselves.
That's true. Can't argue with that.
Oh boy, 1100 ping. Oh shit.
Still, there's like trying to figure what's the end of the story of the zombie mode. I wonder if there actually is a campaign mode for zombies.
There's no campaign mode, but there is a story to it.
Yeah, I mean, the story is basically Richtofen and the Dead Maxes are trying to get control over the zombies for whatever reason.
Yeah, and every map is just
think
more of
there's
a continuation of
Yeah,
that story.
that's basically on the.
Yeah. I can't say the
Yeah,
new
that's
maps are
basically
bad
like
for it, but I mean, it's kind of getting more and more dull.
Right. Actually, in the newest Call of Duty that came out, do they have a zombie mode? I haven't heard anything about it.
I've seen World War II have a
Oh,
zombie,
really?
but I didn't hear anything about the story about it.
Huh, because normally you would hear a lot of things about the zombie mode, but I haven't heard shit.
Neither have I. But I know that there is a mode.
Yeah, maybe it's terrible, or just a rehash?
I have no clue.
Hmm.
No, wait a minute. I remember now. Call of Duty World War II had a zombie mode. It was basically a story mode for the zombies.
So,
The only thing is you couldn't pick your character. You just had to be random.
yep.
Hmm.
Because whatever character you stick with that character and find out what happened at the end of the story of zombie mode in World War II. Read that on YouTube.
Well, at least you found information on it.
Hey, I know a guy who played it once, Dash EXP. He played it on there once and it was crazy.
Hmm.
I'd be surprised if anybody else played that game. Heck, I wouldn't be
Well, a lot of
surprised
people
if
are gonna
people
play it.
would
It's just
try.
how many of them are actually gonna try something with it anymore.
True. The only weird thing is, it's almost kind of similar to other games that you had to sneak up and kill the zombies without being spotted.
I like
by
how
them.
his antlers are just
Or
floating here in midair.
something like
We got some floating antlers here.
Sneak up on zombies. That sounds like you're trying to talk about either The Last of Us or The Evil Within. But
That and Dead Island 1 and 2.
yeah, but in Dead Island, you didn't really sneak up to zombies. You just either beat them with your bare knuckles, stab them,
Yeah.
use a blunt weapon or a gun. Those were your 4 options.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
you specifically leveled up those skills.
I remember Dead Island. It was interesting, but I don't think it was like really too great. Like I think they had a
That's
pretty
all it
solid.
means. I got
think
both of them.
I think they had a pretty solid like progression system and all that stuff. But it's just I never really looked too deep into it because it just I don't know. I think there just wasn't enough for it. I don't know. It's really hard to explain.
The story was just you're an immune and you're gonna go help everybody out.
Pretty
I
much,
think, to
yeah.
stop
That's it.
That was your story. But like I said, I joined it so late that when I finally got to play it,
Oh, I think I
everybody had
remember.
modded
I think
weapons,
I
was
remember.
getting modded
Yeah,
weapons.
yeah. No, I think I remember. Also, it was very difficult to find not weapons, like guns. It was hard to find guns for some reason.
No, but if you did find guns, there was no ammo.
Yeah, and if you did find it, it was no ammo. Even if you had that one that one character that specialized in guns that could make ammo, the ingredients to make said ammo was like ridiculous.
They were the ultra rare items.
Yeah.
Which were used to upgrade your blades to finally be useful again.
Yeah, like basically the melee weapons were more useful than guns, unless you like got high tier
I mean,
shit.
that's why I like Sam B. Like, I just always had to use his bare knuckles at that point.
Yeah.
And since he had such a
I'm
high
trying to-
health
I'm trying to
bar
remember.
that if he got hit by a super guy,
I think I used.
he would never
I think
die.
I used the chick who specializes in the sword. It's the Asian chick, of course.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta be the Asian
Yeah.
chick. But yeah, anyways, I think I used that character.
Yeah. I had to use Sam B just for the overwhelming like health, cause
Yeah, he's a tank.
getting hit
Yeah.
by a tank and getting back up. Like he would never die. You would have to specifically let them hit you while you were down to die.
Well,
I mean, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
sure.
mind.
Yeah, you can cut you off.
Like, if the game is like free for gold or something one day, I don't mind like trying it again just to see how it is. Because of course this was back in 360 days, so it's a pretty old game.
Right, right.
And of course I heard that the sequel of that game was just trash.
Dead Island 2 is no better. It's
Like
just
it's
basically
literally
you're
it's
doing
the same
over with a
shit,
new
just with
character.
like 3 new enemy types. That's it, just the same shit. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of lazy. Like it should have just been an expansion pack then rather than a whole new game.
Well, the thing is that they made a whole new island. So
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
mean-
saying. It should have just been an expansion pack if it's gonna be the same shit, like literally the same shit.
What's the new conversation?
Dead Island right now.
Dead Island.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Which one? The new one?
both.
Oh.
1 and 2.
right, then- Wait,
Yeah.
this is like- already?
Yeah, it's Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide.
Oh, those ones.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I remember playing those. Those were actually fun for me. But what pissed me off was the level. What pissed me off was the level scaling for even the fucking melee weapons. They're just like, bruh.
I don't remember. Did the weapons break? Did they have
Yeah,
durability?
they had durability.
Okay.
Yes, and it costed cash to repair them.
Yeah, and cash was fucking hard to find, so you were just better off making a new weapon.
To be honest, it wasn't that hard to find for me. For some reason, I kept racking up to like 10k in an hour.
It's like it had
Somehow.
everything. Like what's it called? It had everything that a freemium game would do, but it wasn't a freemium game, like at all. Like you couldn't actually buy anything with microtransactions except for DLC, but that's it. It was just very weird. Like the grind was extremely tough. Like basically, like whenever you play a game and the grind is extremely tough, and there's obviously like shortcuts where you can just pay to skip. They usually purposely made the grind hard in order to entice you to buy them skip the game better. I keep hearing my name. I keep hearing my voice, and that's kind of throwing me off a bit. Who is playing?
Oh, sorry,
that?
let me just turn that
Yeah,
down. Sorry.
yeah. If you're already in the stream, if you're talking in the stream, there's no reason to really hear it in the game. So yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
that's
about
cool.
that.
Anyways,
Oh, my
yeah, they artificially make the grind harder in order to entice players to pay to skip, which is always a shitty deal. However, with that game, it was very tough to grind, but there was no way to actually get around it.
Well, see, that's the thing is, like I said, I joined it late, so there was modded items. I used
Right.
a pistol that shot at super rate, and it would just clip the item, so I kept picking up camp food and just use that to level up to 70.
Oh right, yeah, because I played with people who like got modded weapons that were like OP as shit. I'm like, all right, I'll just fucking play with these weapons. They'll never break or anything like that. I'm like, fuck it. Obviously, your skills would make the weapons
the
better.
Ammo clips were over a couple billion.
The what?
The ammo for the guns were over a couple billion just in one clip.
God.
You were never running out of ammo.
God.
That's so strange. Most of the weapons I used to have would just run out within 2 minutes.
Speaking of which, there was a way to how do you say get lots more ammo.
There was, I think, duping.
Say
I think
better.
duping ammo. Oh no, duping items in that game was actually kind of easy. Obviously, it's patched now, but I think it used to be pretty easy back then.
Yeah, but
I mean, there's still duping in the game.
Oh, there
I remember
is?
When I played it, some dude duplicated a sword 4 different times with just a
Oh
storage
wow.
chest.
Okay. Well, I guess it's still there because I remember back then they did patch out a few duping methods that were basically. I remember the one that I remember specifically was like you had to throw the weapon and like I think either pick it up or
Drop it.
or drop it. Yeah, throw
You
it
had to
at.
drop it as you threw
There
it.
you go. Yeah, that's how you did it. It's very interesting.
I may have joined the game late, but I still look for that kind of stuff.
I did love the idea of being able to just throw your weapons at enemies. Pardon me.
I mean, it was great until you threw it at a boomer, and then you had to go try to retrieve your knife back and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck this.
I do remember one of my very first videos on YouTube was me finding out this little glitch, I guess you could say, to help get an achievement. You had to like, you had to kill like, you know, the heavies or like the buffer zombies, the really
The tanks.
They're not tanks,
They're
but they're like stronger. Anyways,
That's what they're called.
what?
They were called the brutes.
Yeah, there you go, brutes. You had to kill them a certain way, I think, and like they were pretty difficult to find at times. But I figured out that if you went to this one area, there was a checkpoint nearby. You would go there, kill the brute, reload checkpoint, and you can just do it again, and it counts towards your achievement. I don't know if it still works, but I just remember finding that, thinking it was pretty cool.
I think you had to cut off his arms. I mean, I could go.
Yeah, I think it was the limbs, like dismembering the limbs and shit. It was one of the early achievements, but yeah.
I keep shooting the tanks with a gun every time with the head.
Wait, do you guys beat brutes or thugs? Because if
I think they're
remember all the
thugs.
Thugs.
There you go, thugs.
The point being is they were the heavier zombies.
Yeah.
No matter what you did.
Because I remember there was thugs, suiciders, rams, floaters, were they? And which were the ones with the chopped off arms. And I fucking hate them.
With the
Oh,
bone
the ones with the
my
blade
sword.
and bow and arms. Those
Oh
guys
yeah,
sucked.
holy
No
shit.
matter what you did.
Yeah, they were in that
No
jungle
matter what
level.
you did, those guys
They
sucked.
were literally the predator. Like they were they were the fucking predator.
They were so fucking bullshit fast and strong that I was.
Yeah, it was like they were just death. Like you see them, you're dead. Like,
Yeah.
like they were the.
I mean, that was kind of my playstyle. Is be fast, be strong.
Yeah.
When I see that coming at me, it's like, well, shit.
Yeah, I know. Fuck that. I'm getting a gun. Where's my gun?
You know what's worse? Screamers.
I mean, screamers weren't too bad. Like, you shoot them once in the leg, then they just stop.
Which ones were screamers?
The
Yeah,
ones
but
that
they
had the
scream
vices around their heads, and you can see their
like
brains,
crazy.
and then they yell, and then they stun you.
Really? I don't remember those enemies. It's been a very long time.
Those were in Riptide.
Oh,
Those were in
okay.
Riptide.
That's
I
why.
remember those clearly.
No, I remember Riptide barely because like Riptide added like 10 different zombies. and I was
Oh.
just like,
Okay, well, here we go.
Another enemy that was scary was I think they're called ferals or something. Like they were really fast.
you mean in the infected?
No, they weren't the slow ones. They were like super fast, and you could encounter them in any area. I think you encounter them more in the cities, but yeah, they were really fast and scary. They screamed too.
Wait, were they like really like easy to kill though?
Yeah, they were really easy to kill, but they were just really fast and hit really hard.
Yeah, the infected, yeah.
Just called infected.
I think. Yeah, they're just called infected.
You
because
know
literally
what's
people-
crazy than that?
I remember though, you know that one part in the first Dead Island where you have to defend the girl, like in her father's cabin getting stuff, and then like literally an entire army of infected go after you?
Shit. It's like I said, it's been so long. There's so much shit I don't remember.
I remember that I was just there, just like because I had like a high level machete, upgraded machete. Each time one came at me, I just get the kill cam of decapitating them slowly. Like, fucking managed to somehow. No joke, just fucking 30 times in a row. Slow motion decapitation, slow motion decap, slow motion decap.
You know, I never got to try. What's the other game? Is it called Dead by Daylight or something? It's another zombie game. It was called Dead by Dawn, or
No, Dead
Dying Light.
Daylight.
it's
Dying
it's
Light.
there you
I
go,
have
Dying
it on
Light.
Steam right
I
now.
never got to try that because I'm like, well, if it kind of plays exactly like Dead Island, and it's literally no different except with Mirror's Edge mechanics.
Yeah, apparently it's literally Dead Island with Mirror's Edge mechanics, and according to all the people who play it, better than Dead Island. Some reason beyond me.
Hyaku God. Oh, it's a Carmine. Hey there, A Carmine. You didn't really miss
Maybe
much.
because you get to parkour, and then later on you get to have a zip line grapple from your arm.
Oh, so wait, I can like literally latch onto buildings and just fucking reel over to them.
Yeah, it gets you out of a really heavy pinch. But the problem is, since
The only
zombies can parkour as well, you're never safe.
No one's safe.
Oh yeah. So it's like
The only
like
catch,
the-
the only catch is you can't use your grappling hook every time when you get a seizure moment.
seizure moment.
Oh yeah, since you were a soldier sent down, you didn't know that you could be infected by just a scratch, and you're infected
Oh,
for the
God.
entire game. And every so often you gotta take.
So he's basically
a,
Dead Rising 2 with the whole Zombrex shit.
Yeah, kind of, yes.
It
Jesus.
reminds me.
But you're no longer the little girl. You are.
You are the little girl.
Yeah.
Always wanted to be a little girl.
To be honest, it reminds me more of.
I actually like Frank West.
To be honest, it reminds me more of what's it called? Far Cry 2 with the malaria thing. Because you know the malaria, like you need to have the medicine. If you don't have the medicine, you're fucked.
But see, the problem with Dying Light is it wasn't like a timed thing. It was a mission thing.
What do you mean?
Oh.
So meaning after like 4 missions, you had to go back to the med.
Oh, that's
and get it.
fucking
Or you
bullshit.
could sit there like outside for like a month and never have to take it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you could just run around in free roam for like a month of daytime.
Oh my
and
god,
then you
that
never
is
have to
so
take it.
dumb. But after 4 missions, it's like, oh, according to game logic,
having to
you
go
have to
back
go
or
back.
you
It's
will
been
pass out.
it's been 4 days, even though you've been out there for a month. Jesus Christ. Now I want to try it just to see the absurdity for myself.
I mean, I would link you my Steam right now if.
I don't have it
You know,
though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I do.
Well, here's the thing with the whole Steam Link thing. You have to be. It has to be on the same computer and shit. I remember reading like the technicalities with it. It's not like Xbox where you can just link up with your buddy and like you can both have the game. Unless it changed.
Means log in as is.
No, I was gonna give you my account so you can log in and
Oh,
do it.
nah, I'm
since you
good.
can see over.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good, man.
Okay.
I appreciate it though, but I'm good.
Yeah, a friend of mine gave me his Steam account to just basically play that bartender game VA11 Valhalla for non-tech speak. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
No, I
like,
don't.
Hey,
Cyberpunk bartender
Can I ask
action.
you a question?
Yes, Bounce, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
What was the question?
Name the worst enemy you ever played in Dead Island.
What's the what?
Well, I was trying to say, name an enemy have you ever faced off in Dead Island, like Jason or any other boss battles you ever seen.
What was the last boss in Dead Island 1?
It was like the general or something like that.
Jason, I think.
Yeah, the guy who you could play as the DLC storyline.
Oh, really?
That guy.
Oh.
I forgot his name. Yeah, that was a DLC. For I don't know his name, but he was supposedly an army guy. And his
Army guy, that's his name. Army
His name was
guy.
Ryder. I mean, he was Ryder. That's what I remember.
Oh, and he's the one that you kick into the spinning blades? Or, no, wait, hang
I
on.
think it's the one that in the end game he kind of like when you go to the prison he's there just like I need you guys to find a cure for my wife and then I'll let you off to go out like you know fucking out of this country. That sort of deal. You can hear him through the radio. I like all.
Pick me up! What the
like,
fuck?
talking to you. Yeah, you're like, hey, I've got to get out of here. But you guys need to do this really long quest for me. But I'll be sure. I'm an army guy. I have connections.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
I
and...
can get you out of here. And at the end of the mission, he gets screwed over so bad. But he also
Yeah, because he's climbing up the ladder, and he's told that he can't go up the ladder, although he's a higher ranking soldier.
Hmm.
yeah.
And he gets
And
shot
then-
down right there.
I think so. Well, then again, he he actually, if I remember correctly, though, since he was there with his wife. His wife is, you know. Well, that's the thing is that I remember the guy, the last boss, is actually that army guy, and then you know you give him the vaccine. The girl, you know, opens up the binds that his wife is to because he wanted to give her the cure, but instead, you know, the girl that you're around with for like half of the game, just basically releases his wife. She bites him. He shoots the girl, and then he jabs the vaccine in himself, and then he realizes that that vaccine is not actually the vaccine. It's an
Oh,
upgraded
yeah, when you're up
version
on the
of virus.
helipad.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, I remember. No, I was thinking halfway through when you're on top of the theater. That was my bad.
Yeah, I'm just like, nope, fuck, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, and he supercharged himself with an enhanced virus.
Nanomachine, son.
Enhanced virus. It's not even nanomachines. The guy goes batshit insane and tumor personified. Fucking like walking tumor.
I know, he becomes Senator Armstrong.
And then the worst thing about it is that
I was thinking Jason was the worst boss battle I ever faced. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't really remember the Jason guy because I mean I didn't think I ever
He was
finished
in
that
Dead
quest.
Island. It was an Easter egg. It was an Easter egg.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember it to be honest, sadly. But yeah, the fucking last
He wears a
boss just goes-
hockey mask. You can't miss it.
Yeah, I know, but I never found that part of the jungle. To be
Wait, you
honest.
could fight Jason in Dead Island? Like, actual Jason?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure they're
Yeah.
talking about a boss, a certain boss that happens to be named Jason.
Basically, if you're in
Yeah, that's what it is.
Shit, that's pretty
If you're
cool.
in the jungle, he's in the abandoned bungalow across the.
But the problem is, before you did that, you need to go find a survivor that was trying to record a horror movie.
Oh, of course.
And then he tells you to go to a safe spot. Or what was supposed to be a safe spot.
And then the guy just fucking. He tries to murder you.
Yeah. I
Um,
remember doing that, trying to 100% the game.
Friday the 13th.
Also, wait, you know the what's it called? The ending for Dead Island Riptide. What the hell happens? Because I think it's a bad ending.
Well, you guys are all in the boat after you took the enhanced virus so that you could outbeat a woman that was using it. Because she was invincible unless you took the virus, apparently.
Which was really weird and really stupid in my opinion, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, it forces you to take the enhanced virus. So when you're on the boat, you float over to another island, and the boat seems to be empty until you hear the door banging, growling, and then it unlocks. And right before it opens up, it cuts to credits. So
oh, to be continued.
Yeah, so
Never.
well,
yes,
it's to be
with
continued, but you
now all of the immune being infected. So how the hell?
There's a new set of
Different-
immune.
Yeah, there's supposedly just going to be like, oh, this enhanced virus, despite its ability to infect the previous infected, cannot infect this blood type now. So you're fine. Or some dumb
But
shit.
that's the best thing is though, it's like it allows you to bring your characters all the way up. But now it's saying screw that, make a new character. and worked twice as hard to do the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which to me would be kind of, well, not so bad. I mean, it
From
would,
what I'm hearing, Dead Island 2 is supposed to be another character.
yeah, it definitely will be new characters.
Oh god.
I mean,
Please. Guys, destroy them. Oh,
no, the thing is,
fuck!
what I
They're
really-
destroying all my shit.
What I remember is that during the first Dead Island, my favorite guy was Logan Carter, because he was basically, you know, the jack.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah,
And then,
because he was the
his,
military man.
And then his fury skill was just.
My
so
fear was
over
Sam
the top.
B.
Yeah, but but Logan's fury was basically devastating at any range. He just out of nowhere grabs these double-bladed fucking ninja knives and just starts chucking them at everything, and everything dies within like 1 or 2 hits.
I swore he had a bamboo stick. I don't think he had knives.
No, that was.
No, wait, no, hang on, no, that's right, the drunk Logan from the first one as well.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about
Yep.
Drunk Logan from Dead Island. He was the throwing knife specialist, so his fury was literally chucking crazy, like, ninja knives. And
Yeah.
then Riptide gave you the other really good guy, which was John Morgan. And his fury was actually, was that bamboo stick, that fucking staff, or whatever you call it.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
I didn't play as Logan, but somebody I knew did, because he was a drunk, he chose Logan just for that ability.
Yeah, no. For me, that ability was just way too good, because apparently later on, if you had him at a high level, he could start actually regenerating health by drinking alcohol.
Oh wow.
Again, that's why my friend did it.
Yeah, it was actually really good, because at some points I just start losing med packs, and I just be hit by a thug, down to half a health, and I'm just there, press circle. Oh, I'm drunk as fuck. But I'm fine. Also, did you know if you have a massive stock of alcohol and you start drinking it constantly, your health bar actually starts going down and you keep getting knocked over? Like, once you go past that, knocking yourself over a few times, drinking more alcohol will actually decrease your health. But it will never kill you. It'll just leave you out of silver health once you reach that. It's like, it will leave you
I
like
never
one
drank
health.
any of the alcohol in it. I just left it as a worthless item.
Oh
So
fuck.
Well, the alcohol you can use to make Molotovs, which were pretty good in my opinion. But if you want
That's
John,
true.
if you want Logan, there was literally no other use to have alcohol, but like, I think some of the flame mods and Molotovs, and that was it.
right, you weren't here when I said it earlier. I joined this series late, so everybody had modded items. So I got them, and I never had to build anything. It was just more or less repairing.
Yeah. Also, John Morgan, well in Riptide I played this in all the way through. He was just too good. Like, even without any weapons, you could actually like scale him up skill-wise, that he just rips fucking zombies apart barehanded. Like, I remember killing a thug, like, just just for no reason but to entertain myself. Just took like 10 minutes of my own life wasted just to beat a thug with bare fists. It took forever. I wasted.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun, but I wasted.
Then that's all that matters. That's what games are for.
That's all you need to do. All you need. Just do stupid shit.
Wait a minute, you said John Morgan, the one that ripped zombies apart? What does that remind me of?
I don't know, but he was the one that you could basically go around and.
That guy
Kind
ripped
of.
out Tom ripping someone apart.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, you know what I kind of got annoyed by in Dead Island Riptide? You
Fuck
kind of
you,
start off
Scions.
with guns already, and then it was kind of like, yeah, we kind of made the melee weapons redundant now, because you can get an assault gun right in a machine gun right in the fucking prologue. Because why not? I'm just there, just like, meh. Okay.
I mean, it was more logical for Riptide because you were on a military boat.
Yeah, it was logical, but it was still kind of just like, this just makes things too easy for a prologue.
That is true. But the only reason I chose Sam B because, no, only because he fights and he uses blunt weapons and stuff. It's because I like his music.
Who do you voodoo? His only known song.
Yeah.
Hoodoo voodoo.
That and
No, who do you voodoo?
Oh,
Not
hoodoo,
voodoo, voodoo.
hoodoo, you
No More
voodoo.
Room in Hell.
Bitch.
Sam, that's literally the only lyrics he used.
You forgot his second song.
What goes bump in the night?
No, No More Room in Hell.
It's fun to see how just a musician of that thing was apparently the strongest goddamn dude. Like, he's
Yeah,
gonna die.
weird.
But I mean, the characters weren't ever too weak, but they weren't ever too strong until you got them to like max level. Then you would see what they really can do. I mean, Sam B's rage ability, if you double tapped it, it would enrage everybody else for you.
Oh yeah, oh that's cool.
Yeah. So you can imagine what it's like when you have one Sam B, one pistol wielding cop, whatever she was her name, Logan, and whoever somebody wanted to be as the fourth guy. And like when you rage them and then they use their abilities, you could take out an entire city.
Yeah, according to the game's fucking wiki, the cop lady's called Turner Jackson.
We got 13 seconds to regroup.
She was basically, if you are really into using guns and want to just use guns, you go for her. But yeah, the next best thing in terms of ranged weaponry was literally Logan, and in the first game he was kind of like one of the best ones to use, one of the best characters to use, to be honest.
One of his abilities was when you threw a knife, it would teleport back into your inventory.
Yeah. Fucking amazing, trust me. Save the bullshit of like literally picking it up again.
Didn't you have like a 93% chance of getting it back every time?
Jeez. So you just keep throwing that
Yeah,
shit.
You could keep
So what if it didn't come back? Do you just go and pick it up or something, or?
Yeah,
You would have to, but at that point you just pull out your second knife and then you'd kill a guy and then go grab your first knife.
I see.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Also, I'm kind of torn. I don't know what game to play because I don't have an Xbox One, Payday 2, or Armored Core. Fuck. Thank you. Any of you guys play Payday 2?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
I played the Steam version.
Yeah, the Steam version is good. Kind of really the only one you should really be playing, to be honest, because you know overkill in consoles. Not very
Well, I only got it on my PS3, so.
the best one to get is really Payday 2, especially with the Ultimate Edition out now.
Yeah, the Ultimate Edition. Yep.
Isn't it called Crime Wave Edition?
No.
Well, the
That's
Crime Wave Edition is,
it's for the
Xbox
consoles.
One, yeah, it's for the PS4 and Xbox One. The Ultimate Edition is literally now just basically Payday 2 with
Everything.
all the DLCs. Yeah, with everything, because Overkill kind of screwed up when it was making the DLCs early on. They just cost like way too much money.
Oh yeah. Even at their current price points, it just costed too much to.
I think I only paid like $50 for the game and all the DLCs.
No. Before Ultimate Edition, you'd have to buy all the DLCs separately.
Yeah.
And before any sales and stuff like that, buying all those DLCs easily could accumulate over $200.
Yeah, I can. So basically, people would just like, because most of the time it's just weapon packs, and of course a lot of weapon packs will have one good weapon, but if it's even not that good, people just skipped it entirely. Anyways, even characters were like $7, I think maybe $10. So then it's like, oh, is this character even good with their skill set and whatever?
Yeah, usually they did come with a decent weapon, so it wasn't that bad. You'd have
Yeah.
something about that.
But yeah, like
Also,
a lot of the time, the weapon packs were like $5 to $7. Characters for like $7 to $10, and you had like multiple of that all the time.
yeah, way back in the day, if you were going to buy at least one DLC, the only DLC you should have bought would be the Gauge Courier.
Yeah, Gauge Courier. But yeah, like basically with all the DLCs combined, it was easily over $200, and that's if you bought it like day one or week one every time. But now with the Ultimate Edition, it's like what, $60 and you get everything.
Yeah, it's $140 less. Basically.
But the thing is though, is that they were under Starbreeze when they made all those DLCs, and now they're not anymore. So now they, or sorry, not Starbreeze, 505 or whatever the fuck. Anyways, they have a different business model now, a business model that they wanted because now they have enough money to support their themselves. That's why they did it.
Overkill is really apologetic about that time period, so they did say that
Right.
every single DLC
Is free.
from,
And also, on,
HD1.
yeah, on top of all that, like they're all the DLCs that come out now, they're free.
Yeah, they're free.
So that's kind of the compensation, because obviously a lot of people who bought all the DLC, who spent $200, they were pretty upset because, well, now it's offered to everyone at a much lower price.
Definitely.
But you gotta be happy that Overkill took the extra step and realized
Yeah, no.
we don't want to be making
Right,
that
it is
stuff
no,
and making you pay so much.
it is a step in the right direction. It's just, again, you know, with the way how the community reacts to it, you know.
It's just that the community mostly reacted to it took you long enough.
Right. But again, it's like when you look at their business history, it makes sense.
You know, it does make sense because their business history is not the best. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Though,
Ooh, down goes Pro is what I just see.
R.I.P. Pro. R.I.P. Pro.
And we lost another person. So it's just us three.
You know my favorite music on the Gears of War games?
I gotta give you props. You're at wave 13. The highest I've gotten is wave 7.
You know, guys, I need you really to help me out right now because I'm actually having a midlife crisis over this. Which sounds better to play currently while I'm talking with you guys? Payday 2 or Armored Core Project Phantasma?
I haven't
I
played
don't
the
know
other.
anything about Armored Core, so I'm gonna have to say Payday.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Because you know me, indecisive as fuck.
Yeah, I would say Payday because you get more lucky. You get more luck turns with that one better than anybody else.
Yeah, true. Because I mean, I'm probably one of the few, if not the only person in this server and a couple of more servers who plays the original Armored Core games. Via emulator, of course. Okay, how do you... What's it? Oh, Via, right?
I'm sorry, what?
You
What was the question?
How do you say the word that spells VIA?
I think it was either or.
Via?
Via or via. I think it's either.
I think it's either because I'm just used to saying via because, you know, English accent and all that shit. Or as some people put it, South African. Soak my fucking pill is the only thing I can be saying in South African, in vaguely South African. What's this thing?
It sounded a bit Scottish to me, but that's just how I heard it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. When people, when I try to imitate Scottish, people say I sound South African. When I try to sound South African, then by trying to recreate that sound, people say, "No, you sound Scottish now, like proper Scottish." I'm like, "What the fuck is it, man?"
Well, if you can sit there and memorize how that feels in your throat, you can start to do it a lot easier.
Trust me, even if I tried it really hard, I don't really feel it in my throat at all. So it kind of sucks. Damn. Gone.
It's just more or less practice at that point.
Yeah, it's more or less just practice, but fuck me if I have to practice way too much for this.
Well, as I'm looking for a job right now, I usually get like 8 hours just sitting in my room, so practicing voices is all I do for the fun of it, since I don't got a computer to do my YouTube channel.
Oh.
Yeah, the only thing that I really do when I'm at home, for any particular reason, is just playing games or talking to you guys or other people I know on different servers, or just talking with friends, or just playing games with friends. Because, like, my life mainly is just go to college, come back from college, do homework for some days, sleep, repeat the shit.
You feel slightly depressed.
Oh yeah, definitely. But what can you do? Such is life.
Yep.
It's not bad.
We all just keep moving, just to keep doing the same stuff.
Doing the same shit over and over again, expecting different results is the definition of insanity.
Was what I learned in Far Cry 3. Because he nailed that into your head. Especially when he threw you over a cliff.
And then I have people telling me, no, that's not the definition, and they give me some other definition. This is Einstein's definition, not just Far Cry 3, dickhead. It's like, well...
Yeah, they ask what's the definition of insanity. Boss,
if you
I
think
would always say that.
yeah. If you think about it in the grand scheme of things, Einstein's definition doesn't really make sense. Let's be
He was good for a lot of stuff,
It
but
was good for a lot
not
of
everything.
stuff, but doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is kind of what you need to do to get by in life, really. Like, what do you do? What do you do in tests for college? You do the same shit over and over again, and you always expect something different, something better or worse. Does that make you
See,
insane?
before the test,
Or-
you usually do study though,
yeah, and
or you
that's the
review.
same shit
So
over
meaning
and over.
that's a slight change in the line of not doing the same stuff.
Yeah, but when it comes to things like doing work or doing, I don't know,
Yeah, you got me there with work. Not really much there. Just trying to find out what today's new pile of shit is.
exactly. It's not that bad. It's not that terrible. Either.
It depends on where you work and if you even like your job.
I guess that's the only. I don't know. I'm not gonna read too crazy about it.
So not like trying to go into like a workplace and having somebody sit there and almost look like they are about to commit suicide right there in front of you, to the guy that's like 2 cubes down, like happier than all could be.
Jesus Christ, let's not get too edgy, yeah? Please, come on. Jesus.
That reminds me of that movie, the Belko whatchamacallit movie.
I don't know what Velcro movie. I don't know.
I
what
don't
Velcro
watch
movie.
movies anymore.
No, the Belko.
Doesn't really ring a bell. Sorry.
The last movie I
Fuck.
watched was The Grinch.
It's a movie where it's a movie about these companies that take these people and trap them in this tower, and they're trying to see who the last one stands, and they try to kill each other.
Nope.
Sounds a bit like Saw.
It kind of does, really. But Saw is more like.
You have the choice of life or death, and it's just how you take your approach to things
Wow.
to see the errors of the way that you've been living your life.
Yeah. Really, to be honest, I kind of understood Jigsaw's message to people, but it was way too edgy than it needed to be. It's like, live by your means. Make sure you stay alive as long as you possible to enjoy your life. But you don't need to fucking murder people for it, my friend. You don't really need to do.
The whole philosophy was
Yeah.
change what you're doing and stop being a bad person, quote unquote, and live a better life, or stick to your morals and drop dead.
Yeah, true.
He was basically said, look, in the well, he was kind of right about that in my opinion, because I mean, way back when humans kind of did shit like that, and nobody would really bat an eyelid. And no anymore, do they?
I mean, it's more or less racism now, which has always been a thing. It's just now brought more into the light.
Which is kind of stupid, I may add.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I like how they're sitting there trying to pin like cops are killing blacks and Hispanics, but the numbers show that
They're killing
cops are
whites
actually
more.
killing more whites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid. I'm sorry. That is stupid.
Like everybody just takes whatever they can see at face value. Nobody actually does something called research
Oh my
anymore.
god. This is bullshit.
Yeah. Also,
There you go.
I love how I got a FAMAS in a Payday 2 and I just named it Genome out of you know what. You can guess what, right?
No, actually.
Metal Gear Solid, the first game, Genome Soldiers, you know, those guys.
The farthest I go back is Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty.
FAMAS, you know, the bullpup rifle, 1,000 rounds per minute.
Nope. Sorry.
Well,
I'll have to go check later. I
Yeah.
have it downloaded on my PS3. I'll check it later.
yeah. Well, I think it's called the Clarion.
Anyway, speaking of which, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But, anybody remember the Gears of War trailer music, like, Mad World?
Oh yes, that.
I love that song. It was pretty good.
It was a good song, but it just made me feel sad to hear it.
There's too many emotions.
I mean, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. A sad song, yeah, but it kind of just puts you in ways that nobody will understand.
Besides depression and sadness at that moment.
It just makes you feel like you look at your life, how you build it up, and then it turns into whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. And I'd say that works really well.
Probably an off-topic thing, but because you said that, you go first.
Well, actually, you go ahead, True King. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Like I said, it's an off-topic thing, but thinking about that, if you sit back and look at your life, I know how people always say, I want to go back and change this, and I want to go back and change this. But if you were to ever have a really perfect life, could you be happy with that?
No. Because if it's gonna be like,
Can stay.
I'd personally say no, because I'm that one of those kind of people that would believe 300 years, like how many years in heaven, or just a brief period, or however, like a lifetime in heaven for me, that would sound like terrifying shit.
Wow, go to the perfect place to where nothing can go wrong. That's terrifying.
Yeah, no, because there's nothing to be
Scared
done.
of.
Scared of. There's nothing to be done there. That it's too perfect. Like,
But see, the perfection is based on your own vision of it. So if you like danger, that would be your kind of thing.
yeah, I mean, I like to live a life that like, you know, there is always risk around something, because it's life. You never know whenever there's gonna be a chance when, I don't know, some shit's gonna happen, like say some idiot clips you with a car because they're stupid, which has happened to me before. I've actually been hit by a car before, yeah. But for me, it just, I mean, I got up instantly just thinking, holy shit, I'm still alive.
More or less because the adrenaline kicked in and you didn't feel any of it until after it was too late.
Yeah,
And then
I
it
did
all
not
hit.
notice- Did not even notice the car was there. Trust me. But it's what, I mean, I guess it's just that if you know that there's risk involved in life, it just kind of makes life a little bit worth living. Because, I mean,
But yeah, everybody's trying to stay so safe because the outside world is getting scarier and scarier. That,
I don't know, I guess it's to each their own really nowadays.
yeah, and then the different areas of where you're at.
Yeah.
It's just getting hard for the world to stay safe.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's how, but then again, it's how the world has been for a while now, in my opinion. Just,
But you always gotta remember, we were animals that used to live off of survival of the fittest in the middle of the woods until we became civilized and got all that we have now.
yeah.
So where are those primal instincts still at?
That's true.
Who knows, really? where the animal instincts are gone. Because they're, for me, definitely, I don't know where they are. I think they're just there. They're just not
Say true,
working.
please. You ever try Killer Instinct?
No, I have not.
I heard it's a pretty good game.
I mean, it's probably just like another fighting game to Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. But everybody
Well,
likes
it ain't
different
like
things, so
It ain't like Mortal Kombat. It's not like where you can rip someone's spinal cord off.
Oh, God.
I'm just sad that in the Sega edition they canceled out all the blood and turned it into sweat.
Sweat. Oh man, they're really sweaty.
Somebody gets uppercutted in the jaw and all you see is sweat fly off.
Well, I mean, that would probably make.
Actually, you want to hold that thought for a minute.
I mean, after you were beaten upside the head a couple times with a axe and a buzzsaw. No, go for it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, let's pretend he's not dead. Yeah, he's definitely not cracked his fucking brain. Got his brain smashed in. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
He's only knocked out.
He's only knocked out. He's good. He'll be out there in the wild.
Actually, yeah, cheat code for it in the Sega version of Mortal Kombat, if you remember the code correctly.
So you can uncensor the game via a code.
I've heard that, but a bunch
Yes.
of people keep saying that it was bull.
Yeah, I wouldn't know if it's cool or not. To be honest.
I looked it up on YouTube.
I just more or less loved going to the arcade and just beating everybody as Scorpion at the time. Oh no, and then that one day, like the new kid comes and then he's the top dog, and then I come and beat him. Like it was the best thing because he came from another area, nobody knew him, he was just the best at it, and then the old king comes in and still becomes the king.
Yeah. It's like coming back for his last few minutes of fame, or just to like retain the name.
Yeah, but that was only in the Mortal Kombat game. I couldn't play anything else there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So like, yeah, like everybody came around to watch me play Mortal Kombat, but then you'd go over to like Dance Dance Revolution and see some other dude do it.
Yeah. It just depended what you were doing, right?
Or just whatever you wanted to sink 20 bucks into a day.
Nah. Don't know what heist to do. God damn it.
Well,
Whatever one doesn't annoy you when it boots up.
the only reason,
Oh yeah, I'll just do Nightclub.
Yeah.
Because that's always fun. I'm just.
the only reason I thought of Killer Instinct. The only reason I thought of Killer Instinct because it's not like a Mortal Kombat game. I mean, it is, but it doesn't mean you rip someone's spinal cord off. But I mean, you got Ultimate, you got Ultra Combo, and I mean, you got a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, and that's where I always keep hearing the combo breaker came from. Couldn't you get like a
That was
25
from
hit
the
combo to become like
original,
nuclear?
Well, the combo breaker was from the Super Nintendo age.
But that's how I know Killer Instinct. Never played it, but that's how I know it.
Yeah, but they had more characters
fuck?
in the Killer Instinct, like Rash from Battletoads, Kilgore, which it's a model after Fulgore, and a bunch of other characters I can't remember. Even the one from Halo, Arbiter, I think.
Arbiter.
Yeah. Oops, I shot a
Arbiter, right?
Jesus
Even
Christ.
General Ram.
That was a general with RAM? What the fuck?
Yeah, the Nintendo.
Oh, they had. No, the guy from Gears of War.
Oh.
the guy who says serves the queen, the one that is in the first Gears of War game.
I don't know. Is it the one with the dual wielded chainsaw
Pros know
staff
what I'm.
thing?
Game Pro knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Which one's that weird god thing that you fight in Gears of War 2 that has the double chainsaw staff?
That's Scourge.
Is that the guy? Is that the guy?
What the
Or you think
fuck?
you found somebody?
See, last night I was doing really good in versus. I would get like, I would say like 10 kills per 1 death.
Jeez, that's a game.
Yeah.
I love Hawk's.
But now I just can barely kill anyone.
Now, I was gonna say earlier, I like how we're just talking about all these other games, and we cut back to you just mass murdering online.
Yep. Just.
I
What
just
the
like
fuck?
talking to people because
Oh, wow.
watching a stream and then watching a stream and talking to you guys at the same time is like trying to have more conversations better than watching a video. No offense.
I mean, we're all here more or less just to support Pro.
Yeah, it's open mic night anyway. I don't think
Yeah, that's true.
Game Pro minds that much.
No.
I mean, I'm trying to pay attention to the videos as much
mean-
as possible, to be honest, personally.
Yeah, but then when you hear him get upset
The
about
only
being
time-
killed by some obscure reason, then you see it like a minute later. Then you finally
Yeah.
understand.
That also
That's a slight
The
disconnect
only
that
time I
really
would
ruins
watch
it.
Pro if he was playing Battlefield.
But see, that's one thing is I watched him play like every form of it. That watching it became just numb. But I did it just to help him out because YouTube isn't an easy thing to do.
No, it ain't.
Everybody thinks it's easy because it's like, oh yeah, I'm just
No.
gonna play games and get rich. No, no, it's not.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I'm starting to get back into it.
I mean, then again, the people who play games and get rich because of it have been doing it since like old YouTube times, I guess.
I mean, yeah, there's channels that are like what 7, 8 years old,
Yeah, exactly.
and they're now hitting 10 million.
Exactly. And 10 million is definitely a lot of people.
Yeah, but Pewds got lucky because he was the first ever gaming channel, so that's why
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
top of the dog.
Yeah. That and he's a bit, I don't know, I guess he's kind of, like, you know, appealing in some ways.
Every so often. Yeah. This is probably just like my view on it, but like I say about around 32 million. For me, he felt like kind of a online pedo for some reason.
I don't know.
And more or less recently now he's just being more and more weird.
Well, then again, he's friends with iDubbbz, so
I have no clue who that is.
he's the guy. If you don't know who he is, if you know Rice Gun, you know that he's the one that Rice Gun basically is trying to ride his dick on.
No, I don't know that one either.
Okay, never mind. It's just that iDubbbz is kind of known.
I wouldn't
originally-
know it either. They're my bad.
He was another guy who started off as a gaming channel, but then he added a second segment to his channel called Kickstarter Crap, and this series basically was him reviewing shitty projects on, you know what, Kickstarter, and it got really popular. And then more recently he created Content Cop, which is him criticizing other content creators' content, but like more of the bigger people who are questionable. Like, if you don't know Keemstar, you probably know him for some of the drama. So,
Nope.
okay then, never mind.
No, I don't. Sorry.
My familiarization has been.
I mean, if
out
your
of
content's not
balance.
enjoyable in some way or another, I'm not gonna care who you are.
Yeah, I mean, if you know Filthy Frank, you should know by some extent iDubbbz.
I only know that he's just a guy that wears a purple suit or a pink suit, and that's all I know about him.
Guy, that's not Filthy Frank himself.
Then that's all I know about that.
Filthy Frank is also the name of the show, and the actual guy behind the show is actually a musician, I think, a music artist. His tunes are pretty good. If you've heard of some songs by Joji, that's the guy. I mean, I'd link some tunes, but yeah, kind of.
And now I just see that Pros has a checklist of how many kills he's gotten today.
Yeah, it's for a special thing that I have to keep track of. You get a special skin if you get an X amount of kills in this game mode before the before the second.
So it's like an achievement.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah, it took a while.
I got a question for all three of you.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Go ahead.
Name the worst game you ever played in your computer or any game console.
The worst game.
Yeah, like name the worst games you ever played. Like games that you played that was so awful that you could not stand it.
I'm sorry, but the only one that comes to mind right now is the pre-sequel.
No, what?
Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
I mean,
I
it's
choked
so-
that game down just to learn more about the story.
Yeah, that's apparently a lot of the people who didn't like the game. They just came in for the story. They
I
were
mean, I
disappointed.
had to because this first one I got after 2, so I had to just get
What the
going with the
fuck?
story.
Yeah, same. I actually played Borderlands 1 after 2, but I enjoyed 1 more for some reason, to be honest. It felt more gritty and a bit more, you know, moody and chill. And
The only thing I
Borderlands
didn't
2
like about Borderlands 1 was there was no mini-map, so I had no clue where I was going.
Oh,
Because at the
yeah.
time I was still using my tube TV that's sitting right next to me, and all of it was cut off.
Ah, yeah.
It was all guesswork at that time.
How the fuck are there 2 tasers in the same room? Just alone in the same room? Holy shit.
I guess that could be an agreement.
But for
I
me,
mean-
the
But I
worst...
mean, Borderlands ain't a bad game. I'm just waiting for the third one to come out.
Well, for me, the worst game that I
There's a
played...
rumor coming out with them.
Well, the worst game that I played, either for me personally, probably would have to be, shit, I don't know actually.
I mean,
It's, either, well, that 2-Rock 2000 and the PS3 2-Rock game, or it's, what was it called? Red Operation or something like that? I don't know.
You know, I actually got Turok 1 and 2
heard
is
of it.
available on Steam right now. I actually got them both.
Well, what?
So it's the ones from the 64, but they've been ported to PC. So yeah, I've been having some fun with that. I'm gonna string
Turok.
2 because I remember playing 2. Never played 1, but I played 2, and I never actually legit finished the game or anything because I was a kid at the time, so I didn't really know how to really play games.
If I'm not mistaken, there was Turok 1 and Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, and then there was Turok on the PS3.
Yes, and I think there was one for GameCube as well. But there's been like a few
I
Turok
don't remember the
games.
GameCube version.
And then there was like the modern Turok that came out on 360, and I don't know, I don't think it was that good. I've played it.
Wait a minute, hold a minute. Sorry.
before we go too off topic,
Just
Pro, what
been
is
out.
your most disliked game?
Disliked game? Shit. That's a good question. Ninja Gaiden 3. Fucking hated that game.
Oh, isn't that the game that was like crazy difficult?
No, it's difficult for the wrong reasons.
Most disliked game?
Yeah, I
Bad
mean,
controls.
Yeah.
It's not bad controls. Everything about it was bad. If you go from playing
That is a
2,
good question.
if you go from playing 2 to 3, you'll notice that there was a severe degrade in quality. Like Dark Souls is hard because both its mechanics and its difficulty, but it actually works in its favor. Ninja Gaiden 3 is bad because it was actually programmed badly.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Like every
See, Dark Souls-
every fucking attack had the longest ending lag possible. Every enemy will just spam attacks that will insta stun you every fucking time. It pissed me off. Like it literally was not what you're used to. Like there were some enemies in the Ninja Gaiden series that would do that, but that's some enemies, not every fucking enemy. On top of that, they reused the same fucking people. Like there was literally barely any difference between any of the the enemies. Like there was no variety whatsoever. So it was really fucking dumb. And then they came out with Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, which basically it's 3 with added extra goodies, like extra characters and shit you play as, and better mechanics.
Basically, what?
So they basically programmed it like it was 2, but at that point in time, the damage was already done. People didn't want to play it. Like I enjoyed that one, I didn't enjoy the original 3. It was so fucking shit.
Shame, really.
Well, the Razor's Edge ain't so bad, but the most disliked game I ever played was Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
No, I never said Razor's Edge was bad. I said Razor's Edge was
the
good.
PS2.
3 was bad, like just 3. It was just terrible. Just absolute shit.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks for PS2.
So how about we flip the script and say what's our favorite game?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna ask that actually. Yeah. For me, I don't actually know what my favorite game is.
Well,
but it's-
before we jump to that, let me tell you why it's the worst game I played.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
No,
fine.
please do.
Please do.
I mean, I was playing this game for a rental at a movie gallery, and this game was getting real good. The only frustration I had was the tempo. I was playing as Liu Kang, alright? They wanted me to do this crazy combo. I was so mad and frustrated, drove me batshit crazy. I almost feel like I want to throw the controller and the PS2 out the door, so I just took it back, got another game, and went to play X2 Wolverine's Revenge. That game was more crazy than the other than the Shaolin Monk game that I played.
Oh, I remember Wolverine's
I felt like
Revenge.
there was no game that could make it easy. Yeah, the guy who played Wolverine was James Woods, the X2 game.
Well, when it comes to
From
favorite
what
games,
I heard, but
yeah.
oh yeah, back to what you were saying, True King, the favorite games.
Well,
So who wants to go first?
yeah, you go. Well, I can go first. If you want.
Sarah, you go first.
You sure?
Hey,
Yep.
you go first, man. You go first. I'll let you have the mic.
Alright, cool. I'll go first. Well, personally, I've been usually torn about what's my favorite game, but it's probably gonna have to be a tie between Metal Gear Solid 4 or, shit, what was it? Thing, it's my difficulty remembering what was that favorite back on the PS3 or even earlier, but it was like shit. One sec.
Take your time.
Fallout New Vegas, because it was a sweet ass game. Because for me, I only got introduced to Fallout with Fallout 3, yeah. But then, for me, playing Fallout New Vegas was a improvement in a way, because there was the introduction of hardcore mode, which made the game pretty hard in its own way, so that it was a bit more challenging and enjoyable that way. And well, there was a lot of things to do and a lot of things to fuck up, and it felt like, you know, doing stuff would actually matter more compared to Fallout 3, right? And it's what kind of got me more into the entire Fallout series as a whole. Yeah. And, well, when it comes to saying then Metal Gear Solid 4 was the fact that that was my first Metal Gear game, and I got immersed in the story, while it was kind of the epilogue for Solid Snake's story as a whole. It felt kind of really like, ooh, so what is this about? Like, what is going to happen in this story? What would be possible? Like, what happened beforehand and shit like that. So, it kind of made me go like, hey, I should find out more about this story. Because if I found this game enjoyable, I should find all the previous games enjoyable.
As long as you can get used to the growing up of the engine.
Yeah, that was another issue. Also, I wanted to play MGO, but I only got my own internet after MGO shut down. So yeah, that was a bummer.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So the interesting thing about playing on a gaming monitor, especially this one, is that it actually has a built-in crosshair that you can put on whenever you want. So it literally puts a crosshair in the middle of your screen, and you can move it wherever you want. So I have it positioned so that whenever I fire, like while not aiming, like I forgot what it was called when you blind fire. There you go. Whenever I blind fire, I technically have a reticle there, so I know when to shoot and I know where it's gonna go.
So you're always able to quick shot when you need to.
Pretty much, yeah. However,
That's a bit cheap,
the issue that I'm having right now is lag. Like I think I know it's because I'm streaming, but if you kind of pay attention, you'll notice sometimes I miss a lot of shots, or like people like lag out, and like I miss them.
I more or less just see the screen jittering a lot.
That's it right there. That's it. That's the lag, like the actual network lag. It's very frustrating because I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta play this and try to look good on stream. Because if I wasn't streaming,
Yeah,
you would see a much different.
12 different things that match to predict where people are going.
Yeah, you have to now predict even more where they're gonna go. Because like I said before, I was doing this today on stream. I was getting like 10 kills per 1 death. And again, this was at a better connection. Right now, it says I have like 160 ping, which it's not terrible, but you do start noticing lag. Normally, I'd have like 50. I would just have 50 on my oh shit, avalanche.
There's a new free weapon. There's a new free secondary weapon for Payday 2, and it's a compact 40mm grenade launcher.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That
so
could be
you don't
useful
have to-
against dozers.
Yep. So compared to, well, if I remember correctly, it's the China Puff 40mm. It's not locked by DLC, so it's part of the base game if you don't want to buy Ultimate Edition. It has more base damage. It has a higher base concealment. And but
Nice, they got him.
slower rate of fire, apparently. But it seems fun to use. Huzzah. If I can only put a higher concealment.
If I remember correctly, isn't there a way to get back lives in this game mode,
No,
Pro?
no.
No?
Once they're gone, they're gone.
Bummer.
I don't know why I think I remember seeing that in one
Maybe
of
you're thinking of MGO, because you could do that with Fultoning.
They could do that.
Then again, oh, actually, no, yeah, I think you might be thinking of Guardian, but that's if the leader is still alive, you can respawn. If they're dead, you can't respawn.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So, Pro,
Well,
what's your favorite game?
my favorite?
2, Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yeah,
That was quick.
good one.
No process, just done.
Well,
Jesus.
it was like the very first very difficult game I've ever beaten on its hardest difficulty. So I made it was a personal achievement of mine. But it was still a really fun game though.
I mean, if it made you want to go to the hardest difficulty and go for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Fun ride.
Yeah, because I know when I first played it, I absolutely sucked. Like, it was terrible. But I got a lot better at it. And I was like, you know what? I think I can go to the next difficulty. And I did. And I was like, okay, that wasn't too bad. I'll go to the next one. And then I just kept going until I got Master Ninja. I tried to do it again. I wanted to, like, do that again on a stream. Except, I don't know what it is. It might be the hardware. But, like, the game is very, very laggy. Like, hardware lag. It's not, like, I know for a fact it never played like that before. Like, I was getting 15 frames a second. It's that terrible. Yeah. And this is on the 360 Slim, which is, like, somewhat one of the newest 360 models. So I'm like, huh, there's no way it degraded that fucking badly. So, I don't know.
Definitely strange.
Incoming avalanche.
So, Jackie, you're up.
Good question. I would say all the Metal Gear games, you know, from PS1 to the old Nintendo Entertainment System through all the way to number 5, Phantom Pain.
Nice.
So you just like Metal Gear in general, the whole series.
I'd say it's pretty good.
Yep. I've been a big fan of Hideo Kojima because he created them.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean, there's only reasons I like Metal Gear games because the stealth camo, and number 4, the reason the iPod, because I can listen to music while I'm fighting against the geckos or the soldiers.
Yeah.
And same thing for Phantom Pain.
That's fair.
So you say definitely aged well when
Enjoy
you
the
played.
music while I'm on the fight. Yeah, I can stay mellow.
Also, I could say that Ninja Gaiden
I'm always
2...
mellow in my video game.
I can also... Ninja Gaiden 2 was my introduction to hack and slash games. So ever since then, I was, like, hungry for more and to see what else was out there.
Oh, yeah.
Gain a much better understanding and mastery of it.
When you just get that good game.
Yep.
Okay, well then sounds like I'm up. Mine is the Kingdom Hearts series.
Ah, yeah?
Yep.
I know why though. It's just because I love like running around as a toy and playing with Woody or going through like Halloween Town and all that, being a monster. More or less, just not just seeing the Disney characters, but being part of that universe.
Ah. I never actually personally got into
Interesting.
the universe itself, actually. I never could get myself into Kingdom Hearts no matter how hard I tried. Which
Probably because you weren't struck by nostalgia for it.
yeah, probably I didn't grow up playing those games personally. Basically the games I grew up with was, hilariously enough, since I'm only probably not that big of a shocker for some people who know me, but I'm only 18. So I grew up really playing just games like Halo, Doom 3, and shit, what was that Xbox game with Cat that has that vacuum
Sly?
cleaner that's-
No, he's talking about Blinks.
Yes, Blink.
The one,
Yeah.
Minesweeper.
yeah, use the power of Zerwerdo.
That game was fun, man.
Oh, incoming avalanche.
He kind of reminds me of Conquer the squirrel.
Yeah, yeah, he does kind of.
Except he's not a foul-mouthed cat. He's a regular time-sweeping cat.
Yeah, true.
That's That's so memorable. I tried the demo out, and it was like the best game out of anything. I even tried the Grab by the Ghoulie. That was a good game. It didn't make no sense.
So okay, there's bots filling in for players in our match. The last people alive are bots. Bot fight.
Oh no.
No. R.I.P.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Good luck. Good luck.
So since this conversation's
Good
been
luck,
between us, I
bro.
want to see if there's anybody in chat that
Gonna
wants
need
to
it.
sit there and throw out their favorite and most hated game.
Yeah, come on. People join up. Tell us. your
Whoever's
favorite
there in chat.
games. Yeah.
Damn, this shit sucks. Cause like I noticed when they started streaming, like this game I can normally get 144 frames. Now it's down to 60, which is not bad. It's just you can definitely tell a huge degrade in my quality, or not quality, in my performance for it. But yeah, also the jittering also really sucks ass. It's throwing me off a lot.
Can't argue with that.
What? Oh my god.
What?
Oh, if you hear that in the background, that's my phone.
No.
Oh.
The spawn swapped and the guy instantly spawned behind me and killed me.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I hate that shit.
BS.
Well, I was just saying, just in case you heard that ding sound, that was my phone.
Ah, yeah, I heard it.
I heard it too, but I knew it wasn't my phone because I have my headset plugged into it, so it would have been in my ears and nobody would have been able to hear that.
Oh god, 268 ping. Oh, that's terrible.
If I have a new message.
Oh dear God, get a new server.
It's not a new server, it's just I'm using up all my bandwidth just streaming.
No, I was saying like you should probably try to get to a new server.
No, that won't change
See
anything.
if you can
I
get
have the
yours
best
better.
server possible. It's my current internet connection and my bandwidth.
Ah, I see.
True.
Yes.
God. This is terrible. It keeps fluctuating between like 100 and like 200. Shit, 100 is too much.
Crazy.
Told you have the lag pedal.
Man, life is crazy.
Life is always crazy. If you want it to be.
That guy just rolled in place.
True.
I'm sorry, on my end, I saw you shoot like one of your teammates in the back and kill yourself, but it said somebody else killed you?
Yeah, someone else killed me.
Well, speaking of which,
Oh, I forgot he didn't go
since
over there.
everybody's ready for next year,
Ooh,
who's not ready
that was
to
beautiful.
see the Metal Gear Survive game coming?
You know, I'm actually willing to play that game as long as Kai gets it and some other people I know.
Oh, not even me?
I'm gonna just watch Pro watch. Oh, you're not gonna get Pro?
Well, no, because Softman's like, so long as Kai gets it, and other people, I'm like, what about me? What if I get it?
Kai was like, I'd probably get it with friends or something like that. If
I was the first one fucking saying that. Nobody else wanted to fucking get the game at the time because everyone was too fucking scared to be the odd one out. I was the only fucking one. And then Kai got on board.
Like, I'm gonna wait for a Pro to play it. I want to see what he's like.
I'm waiting for the beta in
Wow,
January.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean,
Well,
I'm
actually,
willing to
according
play it as
to
long as any of the people I know get it. So if it's just you, then hell yeah, I'd play it for you. Even if it's just you and me.
I mean, according to what people said, I mean, they said that some people didn't like the game, and not only that, they tried to, I don't know how you say, boycott this game.
Well, you're right.
Besides, just hating on the game just because, I don't know, it has some it looks like it's like some sort of like relation to the previous Metal
It's just
Gear
there's
game,
all I know.
it's
All I can
still-
say is that there's too much politics around it, and it's why people don't want to play it. I understand the reasoning people don't want to play it. It's just I think it's a little going too far when you start like drawing the line and start calling people non-fans for wanting to try it to see if it's even fun.
Yeah, no, that's a bit pushing it and kind of dumb in my
I
opinion.
mean, Young Year already talked about this
I mean, to
20
be honest,
times.
in the grand scheme of things, I'm just gonna play it because I want to play it. So
Right.
if people get it. Yeah,
It's still a Metal Gear.
Yeah,
Well, it's a
Still Metal
spin-off,
Gear, anyway.
but yeah.
It is a spin-off, which yeah. But
Yeah,
still,
but here's the thing,
people
though.
should be. I think people should find some relief in that it's a spin-off, that it doesn't actually.
Yeah, it's
affect
not.
the
It's
main game.
yet people don't act like it's not a spin-off for some reason, even though it's been
Yeah,
told
that's-
even by the
that's
company.
Yeah, that's the dumb thing. People keep acting like.
Well,
it's
I'll
not
say it here right now. For me, I didn't know it was a spin-off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Oh fuck.
We're not sure in the game if there is a Metal Gear.
It's a game about zombies. If that's the Metal Gear, it's probably a zombie.
There's
Oh,
a
dear
metal
God,
there's a
imagine
Metal
that
Gear.
walking over to you.
There's a Metal Gear in every Metal Gear. It just depends on what it is.
Exactly.
Apart from Metal
Well, I
Gear
mean, if the
Solid
game is
3,
called Metal
technically
Gear,
speaking.
how come we don't see the final thing is the Metal Gear? That's the problem.
If we're technical about it, the games in Metal Gear without actual Metal Gears are Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and Metal Gear Rising.
No, there's a Metal Gear. It's just not the usual Metal Gear you're used to.
Oh, you mean Arsenal?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot. The old switcheroo.
But still, Game Pro, let's make a pinky promise. You get Metal Gear Survive, I get Metal Gear Survive, and then somehow force Kai to get it.
Well, I'm gonna try out the demo, and then get the game in February.
When's the demo coming out then?
January
Oh,
16th.
Alright.
It's
cool.
free though. It's a free demo.
Oh, is it free?
This,
It's a beta,
Oh,
free beta.
sweet.
Yeah. You don't even have to pre-order
out
any
of
of that bullshit.
curiosity, aren't Metal Gear supposed to be like the ultimate weapon? And don't we keep destroying them every time?
Yeah, yeah, it's that thing.
They're not, in the grand scheme of things, they're not really a weapon. They're just a thing to be really fucking terrified about. Because, I mean, a bipedal machine
One
that can
question though, what's the in it for?
What?
Huh?
What system you getting it for Metal Gear?
PS3 or sorry, PS4.
Metal Gear Survive on
Ah,
PS3.
Not.
That's how you know it's a spin-off.
Yeah.
Yes, Energy. That is Sothamad.
Man, I was hoping you got. I was hoping you would have got it for
Wait,
Xbox or
wait,
something. I would have got. I would have gone there. I would have gone there. I would have gone there on that side.
Wait, NRG is back? Wait, what?
Energy's in the
Yeah.
chat.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. He left the chat. He left the Discord long ago, didn't he?
He left the Discord for some reason. I don't know. Also, I remember him taking clips of my voice. I'm still kind of annoyed about that.
Okay then.
Comment.
Question: what is Mozart?
Nah, it's just me screaming about fob, if I remember correctly. Like I'm like trying to sneak through a fob and I'm screaming. And then it's just,
Somehow it makes a really good video. Here you have Snake trying to be all stealthy. Oh, come on! Nobody heard a thing.
That much. I cannot do this.
I'm surprised not a lot of people are playing this mode. It's just literally every game we have 2 human players on each team, and then everyone else is bots. Maybe it's a slow day today.
Well, that's worse than Black Ops 3 on the PS3.
Where I'm at, it's 1 in the morning, so
It's only like 10:30
I
where
don't
I'm
know
at.
who's not gonna try to be up.
It's almost 7 AM here.
So yeah, it's like, where's the
That's
biggest fan base
12:46
for
here in
this?
my time.
I don't know. Probably doing other shit. Because, like, you don't have to keep playing this version. I mean, this game mode. People just play it for the 100 kills and 5 wins, and then that's it. But I like these little events.
What does this Gearsmas Special do?
Well, wait a minute. If you're getting it for the PS4, oh man,
I don't know.
this
if
is gonna
it's
be hard. This is gonna be difficult for me.
I just realized playing Payday is a bit more fun when you're playing it on a lower difficulty and not really caring about gearing up your weapons stats.
Yeah.
I mean, I play
Next
Payday like
time I
it's a
have to
stealth
take
game
it.
and not running around like I'm Rambo.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm playing the loud heists just for the moment because I mean, if I do stealth, I do it at the hardest difficulty because it's actually not that difficult doing stealth at the hardest difficulty if you know what you're doing. It's just that playing loud on the hardest difficulty is not even fun. It's a chore.
And then you won't even get a reward for it most of the time.
Well, you do get an achievement and a
I'm just testing something, energy.
frustration. Because like literally the hardest difficulties are made to be played with like literally meta in mind.
I mean, I don't know how much the
That's
Death
true.
Wish mask is worth it to me.
It's not even Death Wish anymore, it's one down.
Yeah, Death Wish is now below.
I don't want to know.
And they also added the difficulty between Death Wish and Mayhem, and everybody means that Mayhem is actually harder than Death Wish.
Really?
Yeah, basically between Overkill and Death Wish on the PC, there is now a difficulty called Mayhem, which is basically supposed to introduce Death Wish mechanics on an easier difficulty.
Oh, wow.
So like you don't get skull doses, you get decreased spawns of the Gensec people, but some people say it's actually harder,
Jeez.
which is really weird. Because apparently pre-patch it was kind of fucked, so the damage
Seriously?
multipliers were harder than Death Wish.
Well, that's when Death Wish pros have to go back in
Man,
difficulty just to have some fun.
Yeah, no.
That's even worse than Left 4 Dead's
they were like-
witches.
The thing is, I think Mayhem was in mind just like to introduce people who are more comfortable with Overkill difficulty to play Death Wish in a way. So they introduced Mayhem, and it also Mayhem is kind of like a one for like people to just I don't know if they're experts at Death Wish but they don't want to feel like they're doing a chore playing Payday on Death Wish. They can play more comfortably at a Death Wish-like difficulty, so that I think was the plan for Mayhem. Like, you know, like chillish game mode for Death Wish and one down veterans, and then a kind of in smooth introduction to harder difficulties for people who just play on Overkill. Because
I mean, basically what you're saying is that they're trying to make it a softer learning curve.
yeah, it's like, yeah, because I mean, back then, Death Wish was a fucking difficulty spike. So, instead of it just being a spike now, it's kind of a gradient or some sort of thing. It's now like a proper stable gradient. It's like literally step, 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 step. It's just one down, it's kind of its spike on its own, because it's literally, hey, we're gonna throw in harder enemies. We're gonna make you do less damage. We're gonna give you just one down until you die. Unless you have that, what's it called? Fugitive skill. Then you get 2 downs. And then, yeah, meta
Sheesh.
ensues. And then you just have, yeah, and then you play it with meta in mind. You just have to play with meta, really, is the thing. It's how you do it. It's just,
Well, that makes sense.
So in your opinion, what's better, the small health bags or the full doctor kits?
Full doctor kits, because if you're on a loud heist, you might as well just be running with different. If you're doing like a loud heist, but you're not doing it on a higher difficulty, just go for doctor bags and go for like a deck like muscle or infiltrator if you are into that, or gambler, or ex-president, or grinder, because all of them regenerate health in their own ways. If you're doing one down, you should pretty much take like doctor bags with you, but also med kits. So you have to get this. You have to get the skill that lets you carry two different things, which is now the jack of all trades skill, jack of all trades ace. But it really depends on your playstyle. If you're going for a smaller difficulty, just go for med kits. You can't be that stupid to keep getting down on like hard or normal difficulty. If you're going for like harder difficulties, but you're playing solo, go for health regen perk deck and then take doctor bags with you. If you're doing one down, it's best to just pick one or two and play with a group that splits it between the two, or on Death Wish. Unless you do Death Wish solo, then just take doctor bags and go with muscle perk deck, because that fucking regenerates your health every. Yeah, that's my opinion, really. Yeah, it's really just, it depends on the situation. But yeah, what was what do you say, what? Ow. I'll fucking fuck.
Well, I remember this one Easter egg I used to catch up on this game called Rainbow Six Surge.
Surge?
You go to this house.
You mean Siege?
Surge. I remember that carefully. I can't remember. I can't
It's
remember how
Siege.
it's spelled. Bear with me. My spelling is way off the track.
Siege.
Siege.
Rainbow Six
Siege.
Siege.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
there's Rainbow Six Siege, Rainbow Six Vegas. There's a bunch of Rainbow
Bear with
Sixes.
me.
Rainbow Six is like one of the oldest games.
I know,
so-
but I know. But bear with me. My spelling is like atrocious when I try to say it,
Don't worry about it.
or pronunciation, however you want to say it.
It's fine.
I mean, Pro's seen my spelling in the chat more times than
Wait.
enough, and he's laughed at it more than enough of it.
But anyway,
more or
let
less,
me go
I'm
and
happy
get
I'm able to be
let me
in
get
Discord right now.
let me get-
No, please do continue, sorry.
Let me go and get to the point. Yeah, let me get to the point. There was an Easter egg I saw on YouTube. If you look behind a fence, there was a Left 4 Dead reference. You look behind the fence, and if you look at it very closely for, I don't know, 5, maybe 10 minutes, this
Yeah.
witch, out of nowhere behind the fence, scares the crap out of you for a jump scare. I was like, who put that in a game?
Time well spent.
So I think I'm probably gonna end the stream. I've been streaming for I think what, like 2 hours? Oh, almost 3 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely end the stream now. I'm still gonna be talking here in the Discord chat with everyone, but I'd like to thank everyone who at least came by and watched me on YouTube. I'm just testing a few things out here on this channel just to see something, and hopefully in time I'll let you guys know what it is. But I'm gonna end it here now, and this is probably the last stream of the year, to be honest. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good New Year's Eve, and I'll see you guys beginning of next year.